Chapter 1284. Divine Fruit Charm. Nangong Shuame understands Yu Zuokuan's character very well. She made him a cuckold. Forget about killing her. Even Song Fengshan will be retaliated against by Yu Zuokuan. Song Fengshan cursed Nangong Shuame in his heart, but he has no other choice. After all, Nangong Shuame belongs to Nangong family. He can only protect her for now. If he doesn't protect her, Nangong family might suppress him in the future. Yu Zuokuan immediately roared like thunder. You adulterous couple! I will tear you to pieces. Old brother Yu, look at Qin Yun and the others. They are laughing so hard. If we fight, who do you think will benefit the most? Song Fengshan is indeed a very cunning fox. He quickly calmed down and said, Chu Yi still hasn't spread the news of you crawling in a crotch. If you don't stop her, you should know the consequences. Cho Yongchao also said in low voice, Young Master Yu, now is not the time for internal strife. If we work together, we can capture Qin Yun and the others in one fell swoop. Qin Yun has a divine fruit. As long as you can obtain it, you can immediately become a Xian immortal. Song Fengshan said again, Old brother Yu, isn't it just women? At worst, I will let you play with all of my women. If you let them run away because of this trivial matter, you will regret it even more. Many women present are cursing Song Fengshan in their hearts. He actually let Yu Zuokuan play with his women. This kind of scum is very rare to see. Qin Yun is secretly rejoicing that Xian Lingxue did not marry him. Otherwise, he would be miserable. Song Fengshan saw that Yu Zuokuan's anger has not dissipated and said again, Old brother Yu, think about it. If we fight, who will laugh in the end? At that time, both of us will suffer heavy losses. After Yu Zuokuan calmed down, he carefully thought about it and realized that if he and Song Fengshan fight, Qin Yun and the others will take the opportunity to escape. Maybe after both of them suffer heavy losses, Qin Yun and the others will come back and kill them all. However, Song Fengshan is secretly playing with his women. This is intolerable to him. Old brother Yu, how about this? I will buy all of your women. The price is negotiable. In any case, I won't let you suffer a loss. Anyway, you've already played with those women, and raising them will consume a lot of immortal jade beads. You might as well sell them to me. Song Fengshan said. Nangong Shuame was so angry that she was trembling. She now knew that Song Fengshan was a super scum. If you sign a contract with me and promise to compensate me for my losses, I could put this matter aside for now. Yu Zuokuan said coldly. After calming down, he felt that since the matter had already happened, he might as well take advantage of it to obtain the greatest benefits. In any case, he had so many women. After he slept with them, he put them aside. Well said. Song Fengshan could only bite the bullet and sign a soul contract to appease Yu Zuokuan first. Otherwise, he would definitely be killed by Yu Zuokuan. Yu Wulan smiled and said, Young Master Yu, the green hat you wear can reach the sky, and you can actually endure it. Yu Zuokuan smiled coldly. Those women are just playthings in my eyes. I have no feelings for them. You three bitches will soon become my playthings. Qin Yun's group has already been surrounded by a group of ascendant immortals. And now, with a wave of Song Fengshan's hand, even more ascendant immortals joined in. Together with Cho Yongchao's ascendant immortals, there are nearly 100 ascendant immortals. Qin Yun's group has been tightly surrounded. It is indeed very difficult for them to escape. Even if he took out Star Traveling Pagoda, he cannot guarantee that everyone can safely enter. Yu Zuokuan wants to capture Tian Ruling, Yu Wulan, and Chu Yi alive. After all, they are three great beauties of Guanghan Palace. And he also wants to obtain the divine fruit in Qin Yun's hand. Yu Zuokuan is now very angry, so he is ready to throw caution to the wind. Even if he is being chased by Guanghan Palace, he still wants to capture Tian Ruling and the others. Today, you won't be able to escape even if you grow wings. You better cooperate a bit. Yu Zuokuan said with sneer. As long as you cooperate with me, I can spare your lives. Yu Wulan yelled, Yu Zuokuan, are you not afraid that our Guanghan Palace will hunt you down? What is there to be afraid of? My Yu family is not afraid of you. Your immortal Emperor Yu is not my grandfather's match. Yu Zuokun groaned and said, an immortal desolate, what matters is strength. You bunch of women, what kind of strength can you have? Tian Ruling said coldly. Yu Zuokun, listen carefully. Even if we die today, we will not be sullied by you. You want to die? It's not that easy. Yu Zuokun laughed sinisterly. Qin Yun frowned and suddenly shouted to Xinyuan Wansi in the distance. Heroine Xinyuan, are you going to stand by and watch? There are 3 women here. Do you want to watch them be sullied by a scoundrel like Yu Zuokun? Xinyuan Wansi sighed and said, there's nothing I can do. The people I brought with me are limited. There's no way I can resist them. Qin Yun said, if you help us escape, I'll give you 2 divine fruits. After saying that, he quickly took out 2 divine fruits and shook them before putting them away. Qin Yun actually has 2 divine fruits in his hands. The surrounding people all cried out in alarm. Yu Zuokun's eyes became even more fanatical as he shouted in a deep voice, Xinyuan Wansi, don't interfere in this matter. Also, Qin Yun is a crafty fellow. The divine fruit in his hands might be fake. Even if it's real, do you think he will give it to you? Chu Yi shouted. Yu Zuokun, Cho Yongchao, if you don't let us go, I'll announce the matter of you crawling in his crotch for everyone to see. Yu Zuokun sneered and said, if you have the guts, try it. If you announce it and my grandfather or father sees it, they will definitely send even stronger exalted immortals over. At that time, you will die even more miserably. Chu Yi promptly took out her magic mirror and quickly posted a message. Yu Zuokun and Cho Yongchao are stunned. Then they took out their magic mirror to take a look. Sure enough, they saw the message posted by Chu Yi. There's a video of them kneeling on the ground and crawling under Qin Yun's crotch. If it was anyone else, everyone would just laugh it off. But Yu Zuokun is the grandson of a mortal emperor to Yu. Moreover, he is one of the famous 10 great exalted immortals. This matter immediately caused a huge uproar in the immortal desolate. You are dead. Yu Zuokun's eyes are bloodshot. His roar is like the roar of a ferocious beast. At this time, many people sent news to Yu Zuokun. However, he did not receive or look at them. They're all from his friends and relatives. Xinyuan Wansi suddenly flew out. The others followed her and jumped into the encirclement, landing beside Qin Yun and the others. Qin Yun, give me a divine fruit first. Xinyuan Wansi said coldly. I won't give it, but I can sign a soul contract. If one of us is captured, you won't get a divine fruit. Qin Yun said, those are 2 divine fruits, and they're the same type as great god Xianwu's. Xinyuan Wansi can only hastily sign a soul contract with Qin Yun and said, I only want one. The other one will be given to the captains of other teams. Just as she finished speaking, a dark, skinny youth jumped into the encirclement and landed beside Qin Yun. The skinny youth said, Qin Yun, give me a divine fruit, and my team will also protect you. I am Luo Weizhuang, one of the 10 great exalted immortals. My team is not weak. We have 27 exalted immortals. All right. Qin Yun promptly signed a soul contract with Luo Weizhuang. Luo Weizhuang's team is outside, and Xinyuan Wansi's team is inside. This way, they can cooperate inside and outside. Clearly, Xinyuan Wansi and Luo Weizhuang had a quick discussion just now. Therefore, they decided to join hands to protect Qin Yun and the others. Xinyuan Wansi, Luo Weizhuang, do you 2 really want to become enemies with us? Song Fengshan said coldly. The reason we entered the immortal Xin Desert was to find the divine fruit. We have the chance to obtain the divine fruit now. What's wrong with fighting for the divine fruit? Luo Weizhuang faintly smiled. Yu Zuokun, let's fight. If it was only Xinyuan Wansi's team, Yu Zuokun and the others would not be afraid, but now Luo Weizhuang has joined them. Qin Yun said with sneer. Yu Zuokun, you probably don't know who I am, right? Let me tell you, my backer is Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror. Yu and Song families want to offend the Guanghan Palace, Xinyuan family, Luo family, and Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror. You should think it over. With that, Qin Yun said to Chu Yi, Sister Yi, release a message saying that the masked man who made Yu Zuokuin crawl into his crotch is the genius disciple of immortal Emperor Magic Mirror. Don't say his name. Also release what happened. Say that Yu Zuokuin and Cho Yongchao lost to me in the inscription competition. That's why they crawled into my crotch. After they finished crawling into my crotch, they became angry out of humiliation and besieged me, wanting to kill us. Chu Yi quickly released the message, because after she released the video, many people paid attention to her. At this moment, the people in the Immortal Desolate who possess the magic mirror also know what happened. Yu Zuokuin roared in his heart. He wished he could pinch Qin Yun and Chu Yi to death. Now he doesn't dare to confirm whether or not Qin Yun is Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror's brilliant disciple. If he really is, he'll have to think it over. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror relied on the Magic Mirror to release news to stink his Yu family. If he also released a kill order or something like that, his Yu family would be thrown into chaos. Xinyuan Wanxi and Luo Weizhuang's pressure immediately lessened by a lot. They also truly believe that Qin Yun is Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror's brilliant disciple. Very quickly, Yu Zuokuin's magic mirror crazily trembled again. He saw that it is his father's message and can only promptly receive it. Zuokuin, what the hell happened? A middle-aged man's roar can be heard. Don't cause trouble. Father, it's not like this. Yu Zuokuin suddenly realized that he can't explain it clearly no matter what. Qin Yun took out 2 divine fruits and took pictures of Chu Yi. Then he said, Sister Yi, continue to release news that Yu Zuokuin and Song Fengshan want to snatch my divine fruits. I was forced to ask Xinyuan Wanxi and Luo Weizhuang to protect me. As long as I don't die, I will give the divine fruits to Xinyuan Wanxi and Luo Weizhuang. Chu Yi immediately did as she was told and released another message. The magic mirror is in an uproar. A single person actually has 2 divine fruits, and everyone found out that he is Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror's brilliant disciple. Very quickly, Xinyuan Wanxi and Luo Weizhuang's magic mirror trembled. They immediately received news from their elders. The main content of the news is that they are to do their best to protect the person below. Xinyuan Wanxi said, My Xinyuan family's Immortal Emperor Xinyuan has spoken. He wants me to do my best to protect young Master Qin. Chapter 1285. Telegraphic support Qin Yun could not help but secretly thank the little black donkey. This was because God Xian Wu, the black donkey, had posted an image of the divine fruit. Therefore, Qin Yun's divine fruit appeared to be of the same type. This made many immortal emperors believe that the 2 divine fruits in Qin Yun's possession were as powerful as God Xian Wu's. Great God Black Tortoise was very mysterious and powerful. After knowing that the 9 Sun Sect's altar had descended, even many immortal emperors paid close attention to him. The surrounding onlookers are all secretly alarmed at Qin Yun's identity. He actually had the ability to suppress Yu Zuokuin to the point where it was difficult to advance or retreat. Qin Yun took out the demonic mirror and secretly sent a message to the little black donkey. He told it about the predicament he was facing and asked for its help. The black donkey replied immediately, Little mortal, why do you have so many divine fruits? He actually threw out 2 of them, just like that. How nice it would be if you could give it to me. Don't worry, I guarantee that I will leave a divine fruit for you to eat. Qin Yun sent a message over. At this time, Song Fengshan and Yu Zuokuin were communicating with their elders. At that moment, the news released by the magic mirror caused another uproar. The Black Tortoise God said that the masked man had once received some pointers from him, and that the divine fruit he obtained was also a gift from him. He then cursed Yu Zuokuin for his shameless act of snatching the divine fruit. Chu Yi and the others are very astonished. They never expected Qin Yun to know great God Xian Wu. The black donkey wasn't satisfied yet, so it sent another message. It said that it had passed by the Longhu Divine Mountain on its way to spectate the heaven-defying tribulation and had asked the Mystic Tiger King to give it a few divine fruits. He also said that he was the one who sent the masked man to the profound immortal desert. Yu Zuokuin, you idiot! That masked man was sent to the mysterious immortal desert by the Black Tortoise God. Do you know what that means? This meant that this brat knew what was hidden in the immortal, profound desert. The Black Tortoise God is omniscient. Yuzwakuin's father sent a message. Song Fengshan was also scolded by his elders. They immediately understood why a little immortal like Qin Yun could mingle with Tian Ruling and company. It turned out that he was sent by the Black Tortoise God. Many people immediately thought that the masked man must have been entrusted by the Black Tortoise God to enter the mysterious immortal desert to search for natural treasures. And the Black Tortoise God definitely knew where the good stuff was hidden. The group of people who had left Tian Ruling's group were now filled with regret. Their faces were filled with regret. They did not expect that the little immortal that they looked down on was actually sent by the Black Tortoise God. Furthermore, he was the brilliant disciple of the demonic mirror immortal emperor. He definitely knew where the mysterious immortal desert was hiding. Qin Yun thought for a moment, then suddenly took out a compass and said, "This is what great god Xian Wu gave me. It can help me find treasures in the sacred land." He raised the compass very high so that all the inscription masters here could see it clearly. This compass has many complex, immortal runes. An old inscription master cried out in alarm. Yu Zhuokuan, Song Fengshan, and Chou Yongqiao are all inscription masters who can carve immortal runes. Naturally, they can see that the compass is extraordinary. The geomantic compass in Qin Yun's hand was used to find the floating cloud heavenly seal. All he could do now was cooperate with the Black Donkey and deceive this group of people. A large number of complex immortal runes. This is definitely not something an ordinary inscription master can carve. Only an immortal emperor inscription master can refine this kind of thing. Did you guys see that? The compass looks very ancient. Could it be something from the ancient era? It seems like this kid was really entrusted by great god Xian Wu. No wonder great god Xian Wu is so angry. A few inscription masters exclaimed in admiration one after another. Qin Yun put away the compass and said to Xinyuan Wansi and Luo Weizhuang, "Two friends, the immortal Xian desert is so big. There is a universe inside, and it is filled with dangers. If your team randomly wander around inside, you will definitely not be able to find anything. Furthermore, it will be dangerous. How about this? If you guys give up on my divine fruits, I can let you guys join my team. Of course, you can ask your elders first and let them decide." Although the two divine fruits were useless to Qin Yun, he was reluctant to give them to others. Xinyuan Wansi and Luo Weizhuang immediately sent a message to their elders. Yu Zhuokuan and Song Fengshan did not make a move for a long time. They're indeed afraid. Furthermore, even if they did make a move, they might not be able to take down Qin Yun, Tian Ruling, and the other two women. Xinyuan Wansi and Luo Weizhuang's strength is also very terrifying. As for Chou Yongqiao, he is clearly terrified and has long since shrunk into the crowd. He does not dare to offend immortal Emperor the Devil Mirror and the mysterious great god Xian Wu. When Chou Yongqiao shrunk back, the exalted immortals he had mobilized also shrunk back. The compass that Qin Yun had just received was also taken by someone and posted on a magic mirror. It was said that it was a gift from the great god Xian Wu to find the Holy Land's treasure. This caused many people to discuss, and they wished that they could immediately rush to the immortal Xian desert to snatch it. Suddenly, everyone who possessed the magic mirror received a message. It was issued by immortal Emperor Devil Mirror. "The masked man is my disciple. Whoever kills my magic mirror disciple, I will kill his entire family." This time, it was Qin Yun's turn to be stupefied. He was originally only pretending to be immortal Emperor Devil Mirror's disciple. However, immortal Emperor Devil Mirror had actually admitted that he had such a disciple. Originally, many people were doubtful, but now they were convinced without a doubt. After all, this was a message issued by immortal Emperor Devil Mirror to all the owners of the magic mirror. It was clearly a warning to the Yu and Song families. Tian Ruling and the others all believed that Qin Yun was immortal Emperor Devil Mirror's disciple, because they had seen Qin Yun easily crack the magic mirror before. At that time, They were very worried that Qin Yun would be hunted down by a mortal Emperor Devil Mirror. The little black donkey was also somewhat dumbfounded because he never expected a mortal Emperor Devil Mirror to jump out. Even he suspected that Qin Yun was a mortal Emperor Devil Mirror's disciple. He had also seen Qin Yun crack the magic mirror before. Chu Yi took advantage of the fact that many people were paying attention to her and released another message. She said that Yu Zuokuan's women had been secretly played with by Song Fengshen. Yu Zuokuan even had the urge to die now. The matter of him crawling into someone else's crotch had been made public, and the matter of his wives being played with by Song Fengshen had also spread. Many people present had magic mirrors. What surprised them was that after they took a picture of Qin Yun's appearance and wanted to post it on the magic mirror, they did not succeed. Clearly, there was a powerful force that prevented Qin Yun's image from appearing on the magic mirror. This made people even more aware of Qin Yun's status. That was because only immortal Emperor Devil Mirror could control the contents of the magic mirror. This made Qin Yun feel very surprised and secretly delighted. He was originally worried that if his appearance was revealed, there would be a lot of trouble. Now that it was forbidden by immortal Emperor Devil Mirror, it indeed saved him a lot of trouble. Xinyuan Wansi suddenly said, "Young Master Qin, we don't want that divine fruit. We want to join your team. I also don't want it. Just let us follow you." Luo Weizhuang said. Their family's elders have analyzed and determined that the divine fruit came from Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain. Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain is a small and medium-sized upper immortal divine mountain. The divine fruits there are not that useful to ninth-layer upper immortals and Xian immortals. But the heavenly and earthly treasures hidden in immortal Xian Great Desert are different. After all, this is one of the 10 great holy lands. Even though it is only upper immortal tier, it must have some special things, otherwise great god Xian would not have sent Qin Yun. Now, Xinyuan Wansi and Luo Weizhuang feel that the pressure on them has lessened a lot because they can see that Yu Zuokuan and Song Fengshen are about to withdraw their eggs. Qin Yun took advantage of the deadlock between both sides to take out Star Traveling Pagoda and threw it on an open space far away. "Follow me," Qin Yun said to Chu Yi and the others, and then rushed over. Nangong Shuamei has some impression of this pagoda. She heard Nangong Shuali mention it before. Now that she saw this pagoda, she believes that it was given to her by immortal Emperor Devil Mirror. Yu Zuokuan and Song Fengshen are very regretful that they did not kill Qin Yun earlier. Otherwise, Qin Yun would not be able to turn the situation around. They wanted to chase after Qin Yun, but they were blocked by Xinyuan Wansi and Luo Weizhuang. After entering Star Traveling Pagoda, Qin Yun let out a sigh of relief. He said in his heart, "Why is my wife not here yet?" Chu Yi said that Xiao Yuelon is on the way. "Qin Yun, just you wait. You are lucky this time. Next time I see you, I won't let you off." Yu Zuokuan furiously yelled at Star Traveling Pagoda, then left the small town with his people. Song Fengshen left with Nangong Shuamei and a group of upper immortals. The people inside the small town relaxed a lot. They were very worried that the small town would be destroyed. Qin Yun let Xinyuan Wansi and Luo Weizhuang bring a few people to the first floor of Star Traveling Pagoda. "Many thanks to the two of you. We will now cancel the soul contract," Qin Yun said with smile. Xinyuan Wansi and Luo Weizhuang agreed to cancel the soul contract with Qin Yun regarding the divine fruit. Qin Yun wants to wait for Xiao Yuelon, so he cannot leave immediately. "Wait a bit. Now is not the time to leave," Qin Yun said. "Yu Zuokuan's group will not leave this matter at that. I am worried that you and Song family will send people to reinforce them." Luo Weizhuang said, "Young Master Qin, if they disguise themselves as assassins, we won't be able to do anything to them." Qin Yun thought about it, then shook his head and said, "There is no need to be afraid of them. Immortal Xian Desert is so big. Moreover, there are deserts everywhere. It will not be easy for them to hide. Moreover, we are not weak. If they truly follow us, we will surely be able to discover them." "All right, we will wait a bit more." Xinyuan Wansi nodded and then left Star Traveling Pagoda with Luo Weizhuang. Tian Ruling let out a sigh of relief. It was truly thrilling just now. If Uzhuaquan and the others attacked, both sides would have suffered heavy losses. Xiao Yun, I did not expect you to be Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror's brilliant disciple. Moreover, you were entrusted by great god Xian Wu to come to Immortal Xian Desert. No wonder you insisted on coming to Immortal Xian Desert. Yu Wulan said with charming smile. Lil, Yin, can that compass of yours really find the treasures? Won't it be bad to let Xianyuan Wanxi and the others follow us? Chu Yi asked with frown. Relax. It is a good thing for us to have their two large groups follow us. My compass is not used to find rare treasures. I deceive them. Qinyan laughed and said, I also did not guarantee that I can find anything in Immortal Xian Desert, so they can guarantee our safety by following us. Chu Yi pinched Qinyan's face and said with smile, I don't even know which part of your words are true. Qinyan chuckled. He discovered that he has some talent in swindling people. Suddenly, his devil mirror vibrated. He took it out and saw that Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror has sent a message. Your master sent a message. Chu Yi saw Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror appear on Qinyan's devil mirror and lightly yelled. Chapter 1286. Immortal Mirror Emperor Qin Yun did not know how Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror contacted him, nor did he know what he was planning. After he entered the secret room, he accepted Immortal Mirror's communication request. Are you Qin Yun or Floating Cloud? Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror chuckled. From his voice, he didn't sound old. I am Qin Yun. Qin Yun was alarmed. Immortal Emperor Fiend Mirror actually knew his past incarnation and even knew how to contact him. Oh, you look more like Immortal King Fu Yun. The demonic mirror Immortal Emperor laughed. You've reincarnated and are now a little immortal, but your style of doing things hasn't changed. Huh. How did you contact me? Qin Yun asked calmly. I can see anyone who uses the magic mirror. I remember your face. I can see you as soon as I search. Magic Mirror Immortal Emperor smiled and said, Are you surprised? Qin Yun now understood why the people from Vast Glacial Palace did not use the magic mirror. This wretched fellow would definitely peek at them. Can anyone see it? Qin Yun asked curiously. Not everyone can see it. Immortal Mirror sighed. Floating Cloud, what's going on between you and those women from the Moon Palace? I saw you 2 days ago. She actually doesn't remember you. That Damby *TCH. She wished she could hack you into 1,000 pieces. I don't have the memories of my past life, so I don't know who you are, Qin Yun said. He is somewhat astonished in his heart. You and the rest actually forgot about his past life as Immortal King Float Cloud. I see. Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror laughed. That's great. You haven't awakened your past life's memories yet, and I reckon you won't be able to do so in the future. What are you so happy about? Qin Yun curled his lips. Nothing. Floating Cloud. Do you really not remember anything? Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror put away his smile and solemnly asked. I truly don't have any memories of my past life. However, I don't know a few things about my past life. This is mainly what my former friends told me. Qin Yun sighed and said, Your former friend? Which friend? Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror asked. Imperial Beast Heavenly King. Do you know him? Qin Yun asked. Of course I know this stupid pig, hee. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror laughed. Floating Cloud, what's your relationship with God Black Tortoise? Qin Yun found it somewhat amusing that Immortal Emperor Fiend Mirror did not know great God Black Tortoise's true identity. He smiled and said, You can look at him through the magic mirror. I tried, but it didn't work. That guy is very strong. He can prevent me from looking at him through the Devil Mirror or lock onto his position. Devil Mirror Immortal Emperor said. Also, he can break my Devil Mirror. You can use the magic mirror for free. All right, your magic mirror has also been deciphered. Was it done by the Black Tortoise God? Indeed, he did it. Qin Yun said with smile. Quickly tell me where he is. I want to acknowledge him as my big brother. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror's words shocked Qin Yun. Qin Yun said, I also don't know where he is. I'll tell him about this the next time I contact him. He was a little surprised that the little black donkey knew so much about the demonic mirror. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror, I think you might be my friend, Qin suddenly said. Of course. You and I were good brothers in our past life. Don't worry. I will do my best to protect you. Remember to help me contact Great God Black Tortoise. I want to acknowledge him as my big brother. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror said with smile. Qin Yun felt that his past life might have known many embarrassing things about Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror. Therefore, Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror was very happy to know that Qin Yun has no memories of his past life. His godfather, Netherworld Great Emperor, is also the same. He is very happy to know that Qin Yun has no memories of his past life. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror, is your soul a sacred tear soul? Qin Yun asked. Indeed. How do you know? Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror said in amazement. I guessed. Qin Yun is secretly happy because he is now certain that anyone with sacred tear soul will not forget him. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror's voice is filled with doubt as he asked, Floating Cloud, why did those gossips of Guanghan Palace forget you? Could it be that you made Great God Black Tortoise use some secret technique? Those gossips wish they could skin you alive, but now they don't even remember you. It's a long story. Qin Yun simply told Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror about how he violated heavenly rules and was punished. Your past life also suffered very vicious heavenly punishment. After reincarnation, you are still the same. Sigh. You might die again. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror let out a long sigh. He suddenly thought of something and shouted, Could it be that you are the person who crossed heaven defying tribulation? That's me. Qin Yun asked, What kind of vicious heavenly punishment did I encounter in my past life? There were two heavenly punishment. The first is that you cannot lose your virginity, otherwise you will die very miserably. The second is that you cannot enter Sacred Desolate. Qin Yun did not expect that his past life would be so bitter. He actually suffered such vicious heavenly punishment. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror coughed twice and said, Floating Cloud, your current name is Qin Yun, right? I will erase these two words from the Devil Mirror. I won't let too many people know about you. Many thanks. Qin Yun repeatedly expressed his gratitude. He now understands why he can't find anything related to Immortal King Floating Cloud on the Devil Mirror. It is because of this bad friend from his past life. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror chuckled and said, You're welcome. You're welcome. Old Brother Yun, most of your past life's enemies didn't cultivate sacred spirit, so they temporarily forgot about you. This is a good thing for you, but you should know that those guys are advancing very quickly. Once they cultivate sacred spirit, they will immediately think of you. Got it. Qin Yun feels that this Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror must be his past life's good friend. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror called him Old Brother Yun. Earlier, he looked very happy. It seems like he took a great advantage of him. Therefore, Qin Yun feels that Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror might be his little brother or something from back then. Moreover, he is the kind with belly full of evil tricks. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror, what's your name? Qin Yun asked. You could just call me Old Devil. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror said with smile. He doesn't dare to tell Qin Yun his name. He is worried that Qin Yun's memories will be stirred up and he will remember the foolish things he did back then. Qin Yun very much wants to find Netherworld Great Emperor and ask him about this Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror. Otherwise, he will suffer a great loss. Old Devil, where are you? Qin Yun asked. I'm in Earth Province, where the sun-suppressing divine arrow is. Many immortal kings and immortal emperors are squatting here. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror said, That be *TCHUU is also here. You tricked her into going to that nether moon desolate domain for so many years. She must want to swallow you alive. Oh, that's right, Old Devil. Do you know a woman called Yaofeng? She also hates me to death. Qin Yun said, Yaofeng? This name is very unfamiliar. What did you do to her? Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror asked. I caused her to be cursed by Devil Immortal Great Emperor and then made her very ugly. Her skin turned black and wrinkled. Qin Yun said. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror sucked in a mouthful of cold air and said, I don't know who that woman is, but I know that Devil Immortal Great Emperor wants nothing more than to kill you. He said that it was because of you that he suffered miserably. Has Devil Immortal, Great Emperor, cultivated Sacred Realm Soul? Qin Yin promptly asked. About this? Not really. He is a divine servant. It is very difficult for him to advance, but he might have a chance to cultivate it. Because the sun is undergoing a strange change, the altar has descended and there are many sun divine stones. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror warned. You must pay more attention to him. Soon after, Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror sent a series of numbers to Qin Yun, saying that he can let Great God Xian Wu contact him through the Devil Mirror and talk to him. Qin Yun also promised Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror that he will let Great God Xian Wu add him. Old Devil, I'm a bit short on money. You invented this Devil Mirror thing. You made a lot of money, right? Give me 100 million, 200 million to spend. Qin Yun suddenly said. Little brother, you don't know, I actually didn't earn much. Maintaining the operation of the huge Devil Mirror system consumes a lot of energy. I need many immortal jade beads as energy source. I am very poor. How about this? I will give you 100,000 immortal jade beads to alleviate your urgent need. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror said. Qin Yun wished that he could punch this old devil's nose through the Devil Mirror. He actually dared to say such unreliable lies. You are so stingy. Qin Yun curled his lips and said, Little brother, there is no other way. I have been very cautious these past few years. Don't you have 2 divine fruits? Sell them, and you will have a large amount of immortal jade beads. You don't need my help at all. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror said, All right, let's not talk anymore. I have to go get busy. Qin Yun very disdainfully said, Then give me 100,000 immortal jade beads. Take it. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror finished speaking, and a storage bag appeared on Qin Yun's square-shaped Devil Mirror. Qin Yun counted and found out that there are only 80,000 immortal jade beads. Only 80,000, Qin Yun said. How is this possible? Clearly it is 100,000. You must be trying to make me give you 20,000 more. Ha ha ha. Floating Cloud, you're just like your past life, always using this kind of trick to swindle my things. All right, I'm going to get busy. Remember to let Great God Xian Wu contact me. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror finished speaking and cut off the connection. Qin Yun loudly cursed. This Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror is not an ordinary stingy person. The Grand Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror. Moreover, he is publicly recognized as the richest person in Immortal Desolate. He said he would give 100,000 immortal jade beads, but he only gave 80,000. Xiaoyan, how did your past life make such a bad friend? Lingyan said with smile. Oh, that's right. You should quickly find the Imperial Beast Heavenly King. This guy looks stupid, but he should be very loyal. The Imperial Beast Heavenly King's original body is a pig. Back then he followed you back to Immortal Desolate. Qin Yin contacted the little black donkey and said, Xiao Black, Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror wants to worship you as Big Brother. This guy admires you very much. Moreover, he is very rich. When you swindle him, don't be lenient. Really? He wants to contact me? That's great. I just happen to lack a little brother. The little black donkey said with smile. I will let it be my little brother. Oh, that's right. You have to get some information out of his mouth and figure out his relationship with Immortal King Floating Cloud. Qin Yun said with smile. He can already see the miserable appearance of Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror being swindled by the little black donkey. All right, quickly let me contact him, the little black donkey said. Qin Yun sent the number of Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror to the little black donkey and asked, Xiao Black, I heard that there is a Xian nascent divine fruit in the immortal Xian desert. If I really obtain this fruit, how do I use it? Chapter 1287. Sudden change in the desert. The black donkey couldn't wait to contact Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror before cutting off the call. Qin Yun walked out of the secret room and arrived at the first floor of Star Traveling Pagoda. He heard Chu Yi holding the Devil Mirror and grumbling. All the messages I posted before have been deleted. This must be the work of Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror. Yin, Why did your master delete the video of used Wakuin drilling into your crotch? This. I also don't know. Qin Yun promptly walked over and asked, Do you still have the image stored in your magic mirror? Of course. Chu Yi sighed and said, Xiao Yun, why is your master helping that guy? Qin Yun took out the magic mirror and looked at it. All he could see was the image of Chou Yongqiao burrowing into his crotch. As for the negative news regarding Yu Zuokuan, it had all disappeared from the magic mirror. Originally, there had been many people discussing the matter on a magic mirror. However, those discussions had all disappeared. This bastard, Qin Yun cursed in low voice. Did your master really do it? Yu Wulan asked. It should be. He must have received some benefits from a mortal emperor to you. Qin Yun curled his lips and said. He knew that a mortal emperor devil mirror must have taken this opportunity to extort many good things from a mortal emperor to you. Only now did he know how powerful a mortal emperor demonic mirror was. Even other immortal emperors had to be wary of devil mirror immortal emperor. Otherwise, it would be easy for him to use the devil mirror to smear their reputation. Moreover, if there were any scandals about their descendants, they would need to go through the immortal mirror emperor in order to delete the negative news. Therefore, the other immortal emperors didn't dare to offend immortal emperor demonic mirror and even had to maintain a good relationship with him. The news of Song Fengshen and Nangong Xiumei having an affair has also been deleted. Chu Yi added. The Song and Nangong clans must have given benefits to the Devil Mirror Immortal Emperor. Yu Wulan snorted and said, The Devil Mirror Immortal Emperor made a huge profit this time. Qin Yun secretly despised Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror. After interacting with Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror, he could tell that Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror has no integrity and is extremely stingy. At this time, Qin Yun took out 2 divine fruits and said, 3 big sisters, there are only 2 divine fruits here. I don't know how to split them with you. You need strength now. If you break through to 9th Firmament Exalted Immortal, you won't need to be afraid of that tramp Yu Zuokuan anymore. I don't want it. Give it to the 2 big sisters. Chu Yi giggled and said, I don't like fighting, and I'm inferior to Sister Wulan and Sister Ruling in every aspect. Tian Ruling shook her head and said, Xiao Yun, eat it yourself. You're just a 6th heaven immortal. You have to become an exalted immortal as soon as possible. Yu Wulan also nodded. That's right. Keep this fruit for yourself. Qin Yun had eaten one before. The divine fruit was not very useful to him, so eating it would only be a waste. Suddenly, the magic mirror in his hand vibrated. He opened it and saw that little phoenix was contacting him. Xiao Yun, I suddenly recalled that Ruling and the others absorbed the energy of the profound nascent divine fruit in the Guanghan Palace. If they eat the fruit in your hand, it won't have any effect. Nangong Shuiru said. Fortunately, we didn't eat it. Yu Wulan chuckled. That's good. Nangong Shuiru let out a sigh of relief. She already guessed that Qin Yun would give the divine fruit to Tian Ruling and others. She said again, I am studying the divine fruit. If I find anything else, I will contact you again. You must be careful in the immortal Xian Desert. Qin Yun put away the magic mirror, looked at Chu Yi, and asked, When will Yuelon come? Xiao Yun, do you know Yuelon? Tian Ruling asked. This. Qin Yun sighed. Xiao Yuelon is his wife, but she forgot about him. He is very much looking forward to meeting Xiao Yuelon. After all, he has not seen her for many years. Chu Yi said, She will be here soon. Moreover, she brought many helpers. Why did she bring so many helpers? Could it be that she knew ahead of time that our situation is grim? Qin Yun is very happy. He feels that when the time comes, not only will he be able to see Xiao Yuelon, he will also be able to see other sisters of the Guanghan Palace. I don't know. She didn't tell me on a magic mirror. In short, she suddenly said that she would come and also brought a group of very strong helpers. I suspect that something strange has happened in the immortal Xian Desert. That's why Palace Master arranged for her to come. Chu Yi's eyebrows are slightly knitted. She said that after she arrives, she will talk to us in detail. Yu Wulan said, Did something big happen in the immortal Xian Desert? Why is there no news from the magic mirror? Tian Ruling walked to the window, looked outside, and said, maybe not many people know the secret. That's why it was not announced on the magic mirror. Tian Ruling suddenly said, a large group of people is coming. Qin Yun and others immediately looked outside the window and saw sand and dust billowing in the distance. There is indeed a large group of people rushing over the desert. At least 1,000 people. Yu Wulan cried out in amazement. Is it Yu Wulan? Tian Ruling looked at the rolling sand and dust in the distance. There are also people over there. Chu Yi looked outside the window from another direction. There's also a group of people rushing over the desert, raising a burst of sand and dust. Outside Star Traveling Pagoda, Xinyuan Wanxi and Luo Weizhuang arrived with a group of people. Qinyan did not go out. He just stood at the door and asked if they wanted to come in or not. Xinyuan Wanxi did not go in. Instead, she said, young Master Qin, there is a sudden situation. My elders just contacted me and told me not to cooperate with you for now. Luo Weizhuang said with sigh, young Master Qin, I admire you very much, but my elders have ordered me not to cooperate with you. Qin Yun is somewhat surprised as he said, if you don't cooperate with me, won't you suffer a great loss? We also don't know why our elders are doing this. They only told us not to protect you. Xinyuan Wanxi said, my guess is that Yu Zuoquan's group will return very soon. Moreover, they will bring a large group of people. Young Master Qin, I suspect that the elders have reached an agreement and don't want to interfere in the dispute between the younger generation. Luo Weizhuang said, all right, we will cooperate again in the future if there is an opportunity. Qin Yun laughed. Xiao Yuelan has arrived with a large group of helpers. Yu Zuoquan's group is also returning with a large group of people. Luo and Xinyuan family suddenly stopped cooperating with Qin Yun. It is highly possible that they know what is inside the immortal Xian Great Desert. A burst of loud laughter came from the distance. Yu Zuoquan has indeed returned. He is currently laughing wildly. He is leading a large group of people and madly rushing over. In a short while, they flattened many houses in the small town and rushed straight towards Star Traveling Pagoda. Not only Yu Zuoquan, Song Fengchen, Nangong Xiumei, and others have also returned. Moreover, they are with Yu Zuoquan's group. Their group has a lot of people, around 400 to 500 people. There are many ascendant immortals among them. On the other side, more than 1,000 people are madly rushing over. It seems like this is a very large group. Qin Yun, you have no chance. Yu Zuoquan laughed loudly and said, the elders don't care about our trivial matters. Ha ha ha. Moreover, they have reached a tacit agreement to let us fight inside the immortal Xian Great Desert. Moreover, any news about immortal Xian Great Desert will not appear on the Devil Mirror. Qin Yun suddenly feels like he has been sold out by Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror. If Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror doesn't interfere in this matter, Yu and Song family might give him some benefits. Thinking about this, Qin Yun became very angry. He wished that he could throw the Devil Mirror away. Die! Yu Zuoquan took out a trident and vigorously threw it towards Qin Yun. The trident let out an explosion sound as it pierced through the air. It is filled with frantic immortal power and sharp hissing sound as it pierced towards Star Traveling Pagoda's gate. Qin Yun is standing inside the gate and promptly controlled Star Traveling Pagoda to release its power to protect it. Ho! When Yu Zuoquan's trident pierced into Star Traveling Pagoda's gate, it suddenly stopped. It has been stopped by a formidable, formless energy wall. Qin Yun promptly extended his hand and grabbed the trident, then stored it inside the Nine-Sun Divine Soul. That trident is clearly a very good immortal tier weapon, but it has been snatched away by Qin Yun, just like that. This caused Yu Zuoquan and a large group of people to curse loudly. Yu Zuoquan originally thought that Qin Yun's pagoda is not very strong, and that with the formidable power of a 9th layer upper immortal, he would be able to break it in a short while. But now, he is unable to break it down and even lost an immortal tool. Yu Zuoquan, fuck your mother. Qin Yun took out the Lion King cannon and shot a cannon arrow at Yu Zuoquan. The cannon arrow flew out, bringing with it the explosive power of a Lion King cannon, and stabbed towards Uzwukuin. Uzwukuin and others promptly dodged. The trident pierced through a ninth-layer immortal middle-aged man's body. So few times. The cannon arrow pierced through several immortals. Its might is very dreadful. The cannon arrow is still chasing after Uzwukuin. After all, it is an immortal talisman tool. Qin Yun can control it. Boom! The cannon arrow hit Uzwukuin, but Uzwukuin is wearing a very strong immortal robe that blocked the cannon arrow explosion. Even so, he was still sent flying more than 10 meters. Everyone saw that Qin Yun's star-traveling pagoda's defense is very strong, and his offensive equipment is also very dreadful. They promptly scattered far away from the star-traveling pagoda. Xinyuan Wanxi and Luo Weizhuang suddenly withdrew. They don't want to cooperate with Qin Yun. Moreover, the news of what happened in Immortal Xian Great Desert will not be announced on the Devil Mirror. Moreover, Yu and Song family sent more people over, so Uzwukuin came back to take revenge. Qin Yun cursed Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror in his heart. He actually sold him out just like that. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror must have asked for a lot of benefits to compromise and create conditions for Uzwukuin to take revenge. Tian Ruling saw that Qin Yun was almost killed just now and felt extremely furious in her heart. She coldly shouted, "Uzwukuin, I will not let you off." Tian Ruling, Yuan, Chu Yi, you three sluts, I will make you cry and beg for mercy in bed. Uzwukuin laughed sinisterly and yelled, "Everyone attack together. Break this pagoda." Suddenly, a burst of ice-cold, killing intent arrived from the distance. This killing intent enveloped the area, causing the scorching hot desert to suddenly turn into a world of ice and snow. The heaven and earth also suddenly became quiet, as if the desert has turned into a land of death filled with bitter, killing intent. Everyone cannot help but shiver. A burst of faint flower fragrance, like an orchid under the moon. The fragrance is intoxicating, but it is accompanied by ice-cold, killing intent. Qin Yun is excited and ecstatic in his heart. Yuan, my wife has come to save me. Anyone who has evil intentions towards my Guanghan Palace's disciple, no matter who it is my Guanghan Palace's enemy. Xiao Yulan's clear and cold voice is accompanied by a might that disdains the heaven and earth. Layer upon layer of trembling sound arrived. Ho! Chapter 1288. The 10 immortal Xiao Yulan's attack speed was very fast. With a slash of her saber, her power was ice-cold and tyrannical. The accompanying saber force was like a huge palm slapping down, causing the surrounding ground to suddenly sink by several meters. A set of golden armor suddenly appeared on Uzwukuin's body. It was as dazzling as sunlight. He raised his palm covered in golden armor and grabbed at the long saber that Xiao Yulan slashed down. "You want to kill me?" Uzwukuin roared. The golden armor on his body trembled, and a fierce and scorching immortal force burst out from his arm like a raging fire. Roar! Uzwukuin grabbed Xiao Yulan's ice-cold saber. Flames surged out like an angry dragon, producing an extremely strong energy wave. Xiao Yulan hurriedly drew her saber and pushed with her jade-like palm. An ice-cold, cold air brought with it a silver moonlight as it enveloped the fire dragon released by Uzwukuin. Just as the fire dragon roared out, Xiao Yulan instantly extinguished it. Uzwukuin hurriedly retreated, summoned a huge axe and glared at Xiao Yulan. Xiao Yulan's hair was tied in a ponytail. Her appearance was peerless. Her temperament was aloof and cold. Her entire body emitted a breathtaking ice-cold killing intent. Although the white saber in her hand was slender, it surged with a fierce might, like a cold and domineering female god of death. As long as Uzwukuin saw a beautiful woman, evil thoughts would arise in his heart, and he would wish for nothing more than to conquer her. However, when he looked at Xiao Yulan in front of him, he did not have any evil thoughts. Instead, he felt an inexplicable fear. Xiao Yulan's killing intent is very dense and cold, but it also carries a faint orchid fragrance. This kind of feeling made the surrounding people feel an indescribable sense of terror and beauty. Uzwakun felt that he was facing a powerful enemy. A little carelessness, and he would be killed. Qingyun secretly sucked in a breath of cold air. Xiao Yuelon is still the same as before. She always gives people a dangerous and ice-cold feeling. Xiao Yuelon is wearing a white dress. In a hot desert, a strange cold wind blew and sand and dust rose slightly. Her snow-white dress fluttered with the cold wind and sand, as if she had merged with the entire desert. The surrounding people are secretly alarmed. They have finally met one of the 10 great exalted immortals, Xiao Yuelon. Xiao Yuelon rarely showed her face, but everyone knew that she was very strong. Although she was ice-cold, she was very beautiful and moving. However, the deepest impression she gave people was not her peerless beauty, but the terrifying killing intent in her body. She was just a woman, yet she had such a monstrous killing intent. This shocked many people. Uzwakun said coldly, "Are you Xiao Yuelon? Many people say that you are the strongest among the 10 exalted immortals. I don't believe it. I will fight you today." Uzwakun, "We are not exchanging blows. We are fighting." Xiao Yuelon said coldly, "You spoke maliciously and insulted my Guanghan Palace's disciple. Today, you must pay the price." "Then come." Uzwakun laughed wildly. He had been suppressing a bellyful of anger today and wanted to take this opportunity to vent it out. He, Uzwakun, is a famous and powerful exalted immortal, but he was forced to crawl on the crotch of his pants. Furthermore, his good friends gave him several green hats. He felt that if he could defeat Xiao Yuelon, he might be able to conquer such a strange woman. He felt that all the women he had married over the years were inferior to Xiao Yuelon. Only by defeating Xiao Yuelon would Uzwakun be able to eliminate the fear he had toward her. Only then would he be able to ignite his evil thoughts and conquer this woman. The cold wind in the desert suddenly stopped. Xiao Yuelon raised her saber and flew in a flash. Her figure was like an ice-cold light. She seemed to be charging towards Uzwakun, but her figure suddenly changed. Like an arc of light, she quickly circled to Uzwakun's left side. Whoosh! As Xiao Yuelon rushed over, she brandished her saber and chopped down. A domineering saber aura accompanied by immortal power howling out. The yellow sand on the ground churned like waves. Uzwakun's reaction was not slow either. The huge axe in his hand looked heavy, but it was nimble and light in his hands. It swept out horizontally to meet Xiao Yuelon's quick saber. Boom! The saber and axe collided. The white ice-cold immortal power and the golden scorching immortal power collided. A golden white light exploded and a burst of violent energy waves surged out, causing everyone to fall into a state of alternating coldness and heat. Uzwakun roared and continued to release flames, fighting fiercely with Xiao Yuelon. Tian Ruling said, "Yuelon's strength is getting stronger and stronger. She is only a 9th stage upper immortal. If she faces a Xian immortal with this kind of momentum, she can hold on for a period of time." Yuelon looked over and said in a low voice, "That group of people came together with Yuelon. They're not from my Guanghan Palace." When Qin Yun saw how powerful Xiao Yuelon is, he secretly felt relieved. Then, he looked at the group of people who came with Xiao Yuelon. There are more than 1,000 people in that group, and they're not weak at all, especially the few youngsters in the lead. Each and every one of them are extremely arrogant. The aura condensed from immortal power on their bodies is very strong. They are all 9th stage upper immortals like Xiao Yuelon, Uzwakun, Xinyuan Wansi, and Luo Weizhuang. They are all part of the 10 great upper immortals. Yuelon met them on the way? Tian Ruling said with a frown. They only arrived now, and they brought so many people with them. Could it be that they already knew what was inside the immortal Xian desert? Yuelon said doubtfully. Qin Yun also saw Xinyuan Wansi and Luo Weizhuang walk over and chat with the 5 young 9th stage upper immortals. The 10 great upper immortals are all here. Chu Yi said, "Now, there's only one missing." Who was the remaining one? Qin Yun asked. The 5 9th-stage upper immortals who came with Xiao Yuelon are all from big families. The 9th-stage upper immortal who didn't come is rather special and very mysterious. She appeared in the gathering of 9th-stage upper immortals and easily defeated Luo Weizhuang. Then she never appeared again. Tian Ruling said, that upper immortal is a little girl, about 5 or 6 years old. Qin Yun's brows twitched. A 5 or 6-year-old little girl easily defeated Luo Weizhuang. Just thinking about this scene is enough to shock anyone. That should be a little girl, right? Qin Yun said with a frown. Why didn't your Guanghan Palace take this little girl away? We invited her to join the Guanghan Palace, but she didn't want to and rejected us. Yu Wulan sighed and said, what a good little girl. She is strong and beautiful. When she grows up, she will definitely become a female immortal emperor, and she will be very beautiful. What's her name? Qin Yun asked. She said her name is Nian Yun. It's a fake name. Chu Li said. Qin Yun suddenly wanted to see that little girl who is only a few years old. He wanted to see how this little girl fights. Xiao Yuelon and Yu Zuoquan fought very fiercely. More than half of the town's houses were destroyed. What made people feel strange is that Xiao Yuelon and Yu Zuoquan only released their powerful immortal power to attack and did not use any martial arts or cultivation techniques. Everyone knows that super geniuses like Xiao Yuelon and Yu Zuoquan must have mastered powerful divine abilities, martial arts, totem martial arts, and so on. However, they're not using them now. Yellow sand filled the sky between heaven and earth. It was all caused by Xiao Yuelon and Yu Zuoquan. Qin Yun felt that Xiao Yuelon did not release her strength. He knows that Xiao Yuelon has 3 extremely powerful martial spirits within her body. One of them can duplicate all kinds of abilities. But now, Xiao Yuelon did not use the power of her martial spirit. She only used her immortal power to attack. Xinyuan Wanxi and Luo Weizhuang brought a few youngsters over. There are 3 men and 2 women among them. They are all powerful 9th-stage upper immortals, one of the 10 great upper immortals. Young Master Qin, can we go in and have a seat? Xinyuan Wanxi asked. Quickly let us in. It is also your honor for us to enter your broken pagoda. A young scholar wearing a white robe said coldly to Qin Yun, little immortal, quickly open the barrier and pour us some tea. Let's welcome our arrival. Xinyuan Wanxi, Luo Weizhuang, you can come in. Others can forget about coming in. Qin Yun said indifferently. What did you say? The young scholar's face sank and said coldly, little immortal, don't think that just because you are the disciple of Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror, you can look down on us. If we are comparing status, we are much higher than you. Since Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror did not protect you, I know that your status is not high. What is there to be arrogant about? Scram. Qin Yun did not even look at the young scholar. Instead, he looked at the battle between Xiao Yuelon and Yu Zuoquan. Little immortal, he is one of the 10 great upper immortals, Lan Bufan. His grandparents are both immortal emperors. You are being so rude to him. You are truly arrogant. A beautiful woman in red dress sneered, then looked at Chu Yi and said, Yi, why are you together with this kind of savage tramp? Qin Yun said with a cold snort, even one of the 10 great upper immortals, Yu Zuoquan, wants to crawl into my crotch. What kind of shit is he, Lan Bufan? He can show off after he defeats Yu Zuoquan. Oh right, with your looks, you should come out less. It's not your fault that you look ugly, but it's your fault that you came out to scare people. Scram far away. The beauties here are all very beautiful. They don't need trash like you to set them off. They will only disgust people. Qin Yun is like this. If others are rude to him, he will not give them a good look. You bastard, I, Chu Yilin, am after all one of the 10 great upper immortals. Furthermore, I am a beautiful upper immortal, ranked 5th. Are you deliberately insulting me? The beautiful woman in red dress pointed at Qin Yun and said angrily with a trembling voice, ranked 5th beautiful upper immortal? How is this possible? Here, Tian Ruling, Chu Yi, Yu Wulan, Xiao Yuelon, and Xinyuan Wanxi are all better looking than you. They are also exalted immortals, How can you enter the top 5? Qin Yun curled his lips and said, the person who makes the ranking should be blind. Otherwise, even a stupid pig would not put you in top 5. Yuelon cannot help but burst into laughter hearing this. Boom boom. Furious Chu Yilin repeatedly attacked the gate of Star Traveling Pagoda with palm strikes, causing explosion sounds. Everyone is earnestly looking at Xiao Yuelon and Yu Zuoquan's fight. Hearing the sound coming from Star Traveling Pagoda, they immediately looked over. Qin Yun is standing inside the gate, completely fine. Lan Bufan said in cold voice, little mortal, you offended people like this. Do you not want to leave immortal Xian Great Desert alive? It was you who spoke rudely to me first, right? Luo Weizhuang and Xianyuan Wanzi are also among the 10 great upper immortals. Qin Yun said with sneer, it seems like the less capable people are, the more arrogant they are. Chapter 1289. Be beaten into submission. Qin Yun can see that Chu Yi and Chu Yilin know each other. They might even be sisters. All of you can leave. Even if Little Cloud lets you in, I won't welcome you. Tian Ruling coldly looked at Lan Bufan and Chu Yilin and said coldly, well done. If it weren't for Yuelon's face, we wouldn't have bothered with you. A tall, muscular man in black was furious. He, Wang Tongsheng, was one of the 10 exalted immortals, but he was not welcomed here. Yao Qin Shuang, Zheng Shuangzi, say something. Chu Yilin said. Yao Qin Shuang was wearing a lavender dress. Her delicate face was round. She said lightly, if you don't welcome me, then don't welcome me. I don't want to go in this kind of broken tower of mortals. Zheng Shuangzi sneered and said, a guy who's about to die. Let it be cocky. Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror had already given up on him, yet he still acted recklessly. He should have been polite to us. At least he would have been able to leave this place alive. But now, even if Yu Zuoquan doesn't kill him, I will still twist his head off. A bunch of trash. Get the hell away from me. The stench coming from your body is like that of a dead dog. Qin Yun said in cold voice and took out the Lion King cannon. Boom. He directly fired a cannon. The cannonball, refined from king-grade beast oil, ignited with fierce flames. The people outside Star Traveling Pagoda are all 10 great immortals. They're all able to quickly jump away. Courting death. Zheng Shuangzi furiously shouted and sent a palm attack towards Star Traveling Pagoda from the distance. His palm power transformed into a huge silver elephant. The huge elephant looks like a hand seal and smashed towards Star Traveling Pagoda. Bang! Star Traveling Pagoda slightly trembled and was immediately enveloped by berserk immortal power. Everyone immediately exclaimed. They did not expect Qin Yun to be so unafraid of death as to provoke so many 10 exalted immortals. Qin Yun was infuriated. He swore that he would become a powerful, exalted immortal in the immortal mystic desert. Only then would he be able to teach these arrogant, young ninth firmament exalted immortals a lesson. Yu Zuoquan also noticed the situation on Qin Yun's side. He laughed out loud and said, everyone, that's right. Teach that arrogant little immortal a lesson and kill him. Luo Weizhuang said coldly, everyone, give me some face and stop. Lan Bufan, it's your fault. You were the one who spoke rudely first. Xianyuan Wanzi also said, he's just a little immortal. Why should I be polite to him? Besides, me entering his pagoda is his honor. What's wrong with that? Lan Bufan said with sneer. He raised his palm and summoned a large amount of berserk blue lightning, which struck the Star Traveling Pagoda. Not far away, the snow-white slender saber in Xiao Yuelon's hand suddenly let out a whistling sound. The world was immediately enveloped in a violent vibration. The yellow sand on the ground surged, and even the people standing far away could feel the vibrating force enveloping them like a storm. Many people were instantly shaken by the shock wave to the point that their bodies felt uncomfortable, and they had no choice but to release their own immortal force to resist the shock wave. That's the power of a divine ability that can shake the immortal soul, Luo Weizhuang exclaimed. Xiao Yuelon brandished her saber, and slashed at Uzwukuin. The shockwave caused the giant axe in Uzwukuin's hand to tremble. Uzwukuin was shaken to the point of vomiting a mouthful of blood. He roared in anger and punched out. Xiao Yuelan's surroundings had been enveloped by a blood-colored flame. The flame transformed into a cage, trapping Xiao Yuelan inside. The blood-colored flame is leaping up and down, is howling like an evil spirit. Uzwukuin's fire divine ability, Hellfire Prison. Xinyuan Wansi yelled. The temperature inside the Hellfire Prison is very high. Even if a Xian immortal is trapped inside, he will be seriously injured from burning. Both sides are finally using divine abilities to fight. Lan Bufan and the others also stopped attacking the star-traveling pagoda. Instead, they looked at Xiao Yuelan. The vibration divine ability power Xiao Yuelan used just now came from her vibration martial spirit. She has a mysterious martial spirit that can duplicate all kinds of martial spirits and divine ability power. It is very mystical and strange. Back then, Xiao Yuelan duplicated many of his divine ability power. Roar. A heavenly lion's roar arrived. Black gas suddenly rushed out from inside the Hellfire Prison, and frantic beast power spread out. Crash! A nether realm heavenly lion appeared. Its body is not very big. It looks like an ordinary lion. After it appeared, it unleashed heavenly lion fighting dragon claw and tore the Hellfire Prison apart. Ho! The Hellfire Prison was torn apart. Flame divine ability, immortal power, swept out like a gale, causing the desert to become even hotter. Xiao Yuelan summoned the nether realm heavenly lion. Qinyan is not surprised at all. Xiao Yuelan can duplicate martial spirits and divine ability power. He also knows that Xiao Yuelan can summon nether realm berserk dragon. She even has nether moon and nether Sunday, as expected of my wife. Qinyan is very happy in his heart. After the nether realm heavenly lion came out and broke the Hellfire Prison, it suddenly disappeared. Xiao Yuelan summoned the nether realm heavenly lion to defeat Uzwukuin with her own power. Uzwukuin cursed in his heart because he is being looked down upon by a woman. If Xiao Yuelan allows the nether realm heavenly lion to join the battle, it will be very difficult for Uzwukuin to win. The spectators can now see that Xiao Yuelan is a lot stronger than Uzwukuin. She is also one of the 10 great immortals. The disparity is not that big. Xiao Yuelan has mastered the mysterious heavenly lion summoning technique. She can summon the nether realm heavenly lion. That nether realm heavenly lion's aura is very strong. It should be a 9th layer great immortal. If this nether realm heavenly lion joins the battle, Uzwukuin will definitely lose. Xiao Yuelan wants to fight Uzwukuin alone, so she won't use the summoning technique. From this kind of strength, Xiao Yuelan should be the strongest among the 10 great immortals. Some 9th layer great immortal old men are discussing in astonishment. Even Luo Weizhuang, Lan Bufan, and the other 10 great immortals are sighing in admiration at Xiao Yuelan's strength. Xiao Yuelan's strength made them secretly afraid. They didn't have much contact with Xiao Yuelan before, so they don't know much about her. But now that they saw that she can summon the nether realm heavenly lion, they know that if they really fight, they will definitely lose. Xiao Yuelan's speed suddenly became even faster. Her ice-cold white saber hacked out, giving rise to a cold wind, causing the scorching hot desert to become cold again. Buzz! What is even more dreadful is that this ice-cold immortal power contains a fierce vibration power. It rippled through space, shook the earth, and shook the sky. Uzwukuin can only rely on the golden armor on his body and the formidable axe in his hand to resist and disperse some of the frantic vibration power. However, he still vomited blood from the vibration, and his arm is in pain. Xiao Yuelan's absolutely beautiful face is filled with frost. Her beautiful eyes are filled with killing intent. Her clothes are fluttering in the wind. Her might is accompanied by killing intent. Even after using divine ability several times in a row, she still doesn't look tired at all. Ho! Xiao Yuelan's saber hacked down again. Fierce vibration power is being stimulated by divine ability, immortal power. It is like a roaring wave, immediately turning the desert's yellow sand into a churning sea. Uzwakawin loudly screamed. He wanted to dodge, but he knows that if he can't dodge, he will die. So he can only brandish the axe in his hand to meet the attack. Crash! Two powers collided, a great amount of yellow sand churned, giving rise to a sandstorm. Yellow sand accompanied by ice-cold, killing intent blotted out heaven and earth. Many spectators have been buried by the yellow sand. Even the star-traveling pagoda has been buried by the yellow sand. After everyone came out of the yellow sand, they saw Xiao Yuelon standing there with a saber in her hand. Her ice-cold gaze is looking ahead. Bang! A muffled sound came from the ground. Yellow sand gushed out like a fountain. Uzwakawin came out from the yellow sand. His appearance is very miserable. The edge of the huge axe in his hand has been cracked. It is already damaged. Now everyone can see that the reason why Uzwakawin can hold on until now is because of the formidable golden armor on his body. Xiao Yuelon's strength is so formidable that it makes people feel that it is inconceivable. Facing Uzwakawin is already very strenuous for most of the 9th level Ascendant Immortals. But Uzwakawin is being suppressed by Xiao Yuelon. Xiao Yuelon's strength is so strong that she does not seem like a 9th level Ascendant Immortal. But everyone knows that only Ascendant Immortals can come to Immortal Xian Desert. Xian Immortals can't come here. Originally, many 9th level Ascendant Immortals thought that they are invincible in Immortal Xian Desert. But now that they saw the strength displayed by Xiao Yuelon, they know that she is invincible here. Uzwakawin is gasping for breath. He looked at the ice-cold Xiao Yuelon. The fear in his heart gradually deepened. From the moment he saw Xiao Yuelon, his heart has been enveloped by ice-cold fear. Originally, he wanted to defeat Xiao Yuelon and dispel his fear. But now, the more he fights, the less confidence he has. Moreover, Xiao Yuelon can summon Nether-realm heavenly lions. Qin Yun Star, traveling pagoda, slowly rose up and drilled out of the sand. Seeing this pagoda, Lan Bufan, Chu Yilin, and the other 3 young Ascendant Immortals are secretly filled with rage. They have never been provoked like this by a little immortal. Especially Chu Yilin. She is still suppressing a bellyful of anger in her heart because Qin Yun is questioning her beauty. Uzwakawin saw Xiao Yuelon's saber vibrate and immediately became terrified. He promptly said, "Miss Xiao, I concede." "Concede?" Xiao Yuelon said in cold voice. "You insulted my Guanghan Palace's disciples. I will apologize to them and sign a soul contract. From now on, I will never cause trouble for Guanghan Palace's disciples." Uzwakawin said. He has already crawled into people's crotches, so admitting defeat to a woman is not a big deal. After all, his life is more important. Kneel down and apologize to my 3 sisters, sign a soul contract, and compensate them with 2 million immortal jade beads. Xiao Yuelon's voice is ice-cold. It is filled with an imposing aura that no one dares to defy. She said, "If you dare say no, I will take your dog life." Many people in the vicinity let out a burst of low cry. Uzwakawin is admitting his mistake and signing a soul contract. Considering his status, his attitude is very good. But Xiao Yuelon wants him to kneel down and apologize and compensate him with so many immortal jade beads. All right, Uzwakawin doesn't dare to defy. He looked at Star, traveling pagoda. Tian Ruling, Chu Yilin, and Yu Wulan walked out. No one dares to attack them. Everyone has seen Xiao Yuelon's strength. Uzwakawin is truly afraid of death because Xiao Yuelon is invincible inside Immortal Xian Great Desert. Moreover, she dares to fight and kill. The thick, killing intent that she released was the most frightening and could deeply feel her determination to kill. Chapter 1290 Sun Altar Chapter 1290 Sun Altar. After Chu Yi, Yu Wulan, and Tian Ruling walked out, Uzwakawin immediately knelt down and cowed out. 3 ladies, I spoke rudely to you before. I used filthy words to insult you. It is my Yu's Wukuin's fault. I feel very guilty about it. I now apologize to you and ask for your forgiveness. Yu's Wukuin truly knelt down and said very sincerely. Who would have thought that he would be so sincere because he surrendered to Xiao Yuelan's formidable power? Xiao Yuelan is watching from the side. Yu's Wukuin doesn't dare to act recklessly, otherwise he might be killed by a saber strike at any time. Yu's Wukuin signed a soul contract saying that he will never have any improper thoughts about Guanghan Palace's women. Moreover, he gave Tian Ruling and the other 2 women a slip to go to Yu family to receive Immortal Jade Bead. Qin Yin used the magic mirror to record this scene. Yu's Wukuin is not afraid of being recorded because he knows that it is impossible for his shameful deeds to reach the magic mirror. His grandfather helped him settle everything. He feels that kneeling down and apologizing to Guanghan Palace's women is a very sincere and positive attitude. He will not be laughed at. In any case, he has crawled into this little immortal's crotch. Moreover, he has been cuckolded many times. What kind of humiliation has he not experienced? Why would he be afraid of a mere kneeling down and apologizing? Song Fengshun and Nangong Xiumei are also secretly alarmed. Xiao Yuelan's formidable strength has also intimidated them. They also wanted to attack Tian Ruling and the others before. After apologizing, Yu's Wukuin returned to his group. In the group, other people still respect him because his strength is not weak. Although he is not number 1 in Immortal Xin Great Desert, he is at least number 2 or 3. Xiao Yuelan followed behind Tian Ruling and the others towards Star Traveling Pagoda. After arriving at Star Traveling Pagoda's entrance, Chu Yilin lightly yelled, "Yuelan, don't go in. That little immortal inside is very hateful. Indeed, that guy is very arrogant. Don't pay attention to him." Lan Bufan said to Xiao Yuelan. His voice is very polite, and his face is filled with smile. "Yuelan, your sisters have learned bad things from that guy." Yao Qin Shuang coldly glared at Qin Yun and said, "That brat is relying on his powerful pagoda to be very rude to us." Qin Yun said angrily, "Whoever is rude first will have their entire family killed. Who doesn't have an asshole? You bunch of bastards. Your assholes are growing out of your mouths. How dare you fart?" Wang Tengxing shouted angrily, "Little immortal, don't be rude in front of Immortal Yuelan. Believe it or not, I will smash your mouth." "I don't believe it. If you have the guts, come slap my mouth." Qin Yin stood at the entrance of Star Traveling Pagoda and said with sneer, "If you have the guts, come out and see if I will beat you or not." Wang Tengxing said angrily. Xiao Yuelan is expressionless. Then she followed Tian Ruling and the others towards Star Traveling Pagoda's entrance. When she reached the door, Xiao Yuelan looked at Qin Yun and suddenly had a very familiar feeling. Then, she frowned slightly as she looked at Qin Yun's handsome face. Qin Yun was worried that Xiao Yuelan would recall and have a splitting headache like Tian Ruling and Yuelan. Therefore, he hurriedly took out a black mask and put it on. "Why are you wearing a mask?" Xiao Yuelan asked with a frown. "The way you looked at me just now made me very nervous. I know I'm too handsome, but you don't have to look at me like that. It would be better if I wear a mask, so that you won't be infatuated with me." Qin Yin said with mischievous smile. Everyone immediately started cursing this shameless person. He is actually so narcissistic. Zhang Shuangzi said in low voice, "Yuelan, did you see that? This guy is truly hateful." Yu Zuoquan, Song Fengshun, and the others are secretly happy in their hearts because they know that Qin Yun has angered Xiao Yuelan. Xinyuan Wanxi and Luo Weizhuang, who are at the side, feel a headache. They can't help Qin Yun this time. "Are you Qin Yun?" Xiao Yuelan asked. "Indeed," Qin Yun indifferently said. "In." Xiao Yuelan indifferently responded and said, "Let us go in." Everyone feels that Xiao Yuelan is very smart. She did not immediately flip out. She is being a bit polite and sneak into the pagoda first. This way they can beat Qin Yun. Qin Yun promptly let Xiao Yuelan and Tian Ruling enter. After Xiao Yuelan entered, she did not do anything. She just sat on a chair. She is also very tired now. Everyone is surrounding the first floor of Star Traveling Pagoda. The first floor is a large hall with windows all around. The windows are open, but there is a barrier separating them. Everyone can see inside, but they can't go in or attack. Now, Luo Weizhuang and Xin Yuan Wanzi have been invited in by Qin Yun. Lan Bufan, Chu Yilin, Yao Qin Shuang, Wang Tengxing, and Zheng Shuangzi. These 5 super genius upper immortals can only stand at the door and watch. They thought that Xiao Yuelan would beat Qin Yun up, but she did not. Yu Zuoquan and Song Fengshen are occupying a window and looking at the first floor's large hall. They are looking forward to seeing Xiao Yuelan flip out and beat Qin Yun. Nangong Xiumei said in low voice. Maybe she is tired from fighting, so she wants to rest. Qin Yun is dead for sure. He will surely be beaten to death by immortal Yuelan. Song Fengshen said in low voice. Xiao Yuelan suddenly came to immortal Xian Great Desert. It is possible that Xian Rujing called her. Xian Rujing must have told Xiao Yuelan to trust Qin Yun. Moreover, she saw Qin Yun and Tian ruling together, so she is not disgusted with Qin Yun. On the contrary, she feels that Qin Yun is somewhat familiar, giving her an indescribable good impression of him. Xiao Yuelan is drinking tea poured by Qin Yun. She is very suspicious in her heart because she has never had such a good impression of a man before. This kind of good impression caused her heart to beat faster, and Qin Yun is just a little mortal. You really don't want to take off your mask? Xiao Yuelan looked at Qin Yun and asked. Even though I'm handsome, I don't rely on my face to make a living. I also don't rely on my face to attract girls. I still want to be single for a period of time, so I don't want you to take a fancy to me. You are so strong. If you take a fancy to me, you will surely force yourself on me. Qin Yun laughed loudly and said. He also wants to quickly anger Xiao Yuelan and drive her away, because he is worried that Xiao Yuelan will try her best to recall her memories. Injuring her soul is not good. Qin Yun would rather be forgotten by Xiao Yuelan than injure her soul. Many people outside believe that Xiao Yuelan will immediately take out a long saber and kill this shameless Qin Yun. Even Tian Ruling and the others are secretly worried that Xiao Yuelan will hack Qin Yun into 2 halves. However, Xiao Yuelan did not. Instead, she indifferently drank her tea and did not say anything. The calm before the storm. The calmer Xiao Yuelan is, the more miserable and painful Qin Yun's death will be. It must be like this, Yu Zuoquan said with certainty. He is puzzled as to why Xiao Yuelan is so gentle towards Qin Yun. Ruling, Palace Master, and the others have decided to let me take over your mission. Hurry up and go back. They have other things for you to do. Furthermore, it can make you stronger. Xiao Yuelan said indifferently. Are you going to take over our mission alone? Tian Ruling said with a frown. Yes. Xiao Yuelan nodded and said, hurry up and go back. I brought more than 10 old grannies from the Guanghan Palace. I'll have them escort you back. Yuelan looked at Qin Yun and said softly, Yuelan, Xiao Yun also wants to explore the immortal Xian Desert. Can you bring him along? No. Xiao Yuelan shook her head and said, there has been a change in the immortal Xian Desert. The degree of danger inside is far beyond our imagination. As an immortal, it will be difficult for him to protect himself inside. My pagoda is very strong. When it's time to rest, it will be very safe inside my pagoda. Qin Yun curled his lips and said, Lan Niafan and those bullshit 9th stage exalted immortals. They can't even break my pagoda. Although Lan Bufan and the others are extremely angry, Qin Yun is telling the truth. I will go to the depths of the immortal Xian Desert with other young 9th stage exalted immortals. Xiao Yuelan looked outside and said again, this time, all the 9th stage exalted immortals of the various families must join hands. Only by doing this will we be able to smoothly reach the oasis in the depths of the immortal Xian Desert. Yu Zuoquan also said, the elders have ordered us youngsters to unite and go to the oasis. This Qin Yun is our #1 enemy. We won't bring him along. Xiao Yun, come with us. We will send you to Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain. Yuelan said softly. Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain is Xian Tiger King's territory. Exalted immortals and immortals are the safest inside. Lan Bufan said coldly, little immortal, don't even think of following us to the oasis. This time, Even 9th stage immortals will have to leave the team. Not to mention you. Chu Yilin, Yao Qin Shuang, Wang Tengxing, and Zheng Shuangzi also expressed their stance that they don't want to bring Qin Yun along, because they wish they could kill Qin Yun. Qin Yun, I'm willing to bring you along, Xiao Yuelon suddenly said. Yuelon, you can't do this, Lan Bufan said anxiously. Qin Yun, apologize to us, and we will let you follow us. Chu Yilin gritted her teeth and said, all right, if Qin Yun apologizes to us, we will forgive him, Lan Bufan said. Qin Yun furiously said, Tui, you should be the ones apologizing to me. Who told you to be rude to me first? Just as Lan Bufan was about to speak, Xiao Yuelon said again, all of you should take a step back. I'm not going. Qin Yun sat on a chair and crossed his legs. If I follow those idiots, I won't even know if I get tricked to death by them. Chu Yi said, Yuelon, Xiao Yun has a compass. It can lead you to the things inside. Xiao Yuelon shook her head and said, we all know where the oasis is. We don't need any guidance. In the oasis inside, there's an 18-layer sun altar. Our goal is that sun altar. Many people immediately cried out in alarm. The legendary altar that descended from the divine desolate is actually some sun altar. Moreover, there's an altar inside the immortal Xian Great Desert. Qin Yun also understood why all the elders suddenly reconciled and let the younger generation join hands to go to the oasis. Take out your magic mirror, Xiao Yuelon said to Qin Yun. What? What for? Qin Yun asked. Take it out, don't ask too much, Xiao Yuelon urged. After Qin Yun took out the magic mirror, Xiao Yuelon also took out her magic mirror. This is a mutual record so that they can maintain contact in the future. This caused everyone's eyes to turn red, especially Lan Bufan and his group. On the way here, they coaxed and pestered Xiao Yuelon, but they were unable to record her magic mirror. But now, Xiao Yuelon took the initiative to record Qin Yun's magic mirror. Furthermore, everyone was hoping that Xiao Yuelon would blow up Qin Yun's head, but from the looks of it, it is impossible. Everyone suspects that it is because Qin Yun and Great God Xian will have a good relationship that Xiao Yuelon has this kind of attitude towards him. Chapter 1291. Invading magic mirror. Xiao Yuelon's amiable action towards Qin Yun made many people feel that it is somewhat unreasonable, especially Yu Zuoquan. He is now beginning to doubt his life. Why is Xiao Yuelon's attitude towards him and Qin Yun so different? Moreover, Qin Yun just said those words, saying that Xiao Yuelon would fall for him. Qin Yun is secretly moved in his heart because Xiao Yuelon doesn't remember him. However, subconsciously, just like before, she always wants to protect him. Tian Ruling and the others also discovered that Xiao Yuelon is rather abnormal. Tian Ruling and Yu Wulan are certain. Xiao Yuelon used to recognize Qin Yun, but she lost her memories. Xiao Yuelon walked to the door. Qin Yun promptly walked over and pulled her delicate lily-white hand. Qin Yun missed Xiao Yuelon too much. He can't help but want to hug her. However, he is worried that Xiao Yuelon will be angry, so he can only pull her hand. Seeing Qin Yun make a move on Xiao Yuelon, everyone felt that Qin Yun might really be done for this time. But surprisingly, Qin Yun suddenly took out a divine fruit and placed it in Xiao Yuelon's hand. Yuelon, this is a small gift for you, Qin Yun said with a smile. Everyone secretly cursed Qin Yun. He actually casually gave away a divine fruit. He is only a 6th-stage immortal. He should be eating it himself. Yet he actually gave it to a woman. Yu Zuoquan secretly felt pain in his heart. This divine fruit is the same as Great God Xian Wu's. It is a divine item that he yearned for day and night. Yet now, Qin Yun casually gave it to Xiao Yuelon. Yao Qin Shuang and Chu Yilin are also extremely jealous. If they knew that Qin Yun would be so generous, they would definitely treat him better. Not to mention bringing him along. Even if they let him touch her thighs, it would not be a big deal. After all, this is a divine fruit. Eating it can allow one to break through to Xian Immortal. For them, 9th-stage immortals, if they wanted to break through, they would need to endure for a year or two. They have already exhausted all the methods they use to advance. They can no longer advance any faster. Lan Bufan, Zheng Shuangzi, and Wang Tengxing all secretly curse at Qin Yin. He actually randomly gave away something like a divine fruit. They don't know what to give to Xiao Yuelon in the future. Thanks, keep it for yourself. Your cultivation is low. You must quickly become stronger. The sun has changed, and the situation in the immortal desolate is unpredictable. Only by becoming stronger can we have the strength to protect ourselves. Xiao Yuelon's tone is light, but everyone can tell that her attitude towards Qin Yun is very gentle. Xiao Yuelon rejected Qin Yun's divine fruit. This caused everyone to be shocked. Furthermore, it seems like it was for Qin Yun's own good. She hoped that Qin Yun could become stronger. Yao Qinshuang and Chu Yilin, who are outside, wish they could say to Xiao Yuelon, "If you don't want it, you can get it to us." Qin Yun originally wanted to give Xiao Yuelon some good gifts. After all, she is his wife, and they have not seen each other for many years. But when he thought about it carefully, he had nothing to give her now. Take care of yourself. Try not to venture into the depths of the desert. If you really want to go, if you encounter any danger, remember to contact me. Xiao Yuelon warned again, and then left Star Traveling Pagoda. Tian Ruling, Yuelon, and Chu Yi also very reluctantly bid farewell to Qin Yun and left Star Traveling Pagoda with the 10 old grannies. Although the Guanghan Palace had only sent Xiao Yuelon, she was the strongest here. Other factions people want to curry favor with her, but they don't know how to do so. They also don't know what to give her as a gift. Xiao Yuelon is not the kind of person who accepts everything. It can be seen that she is not greedy at all. Otherwise, she would have already accepted Qin Yun's divine fruit. Qin Yun is standing at the top of the pagoda, looking at the sand and dust in the distance. Xiao Yuelon is running at the forefront. Truly my good wife. Qin Yun took off his mask and lightly sighed. I must become stronger together with you. He thought about how Xiao Yuelon is together with those 10 great immortals who each have their own sinister designs and felt very uncomfortable in his heart. Xinyuan Wanxi and Luo Weizhuang are fine, but Yao Qinshuang, Chu Yilin, and the other 3 men are definitely not good people. Moreover, Yu Zuoquan, Song Fengchen, and Chou Yongqiao are also following them. Qin Yun is worried that Xiao Yuelon will suffer losses, so he must follow them. He promptly ran out, collected Xiao Yuelon and Yu Zuoquan's aura, and made them into soul-chasing talismans. Chu Yilin, Lan Bufan, and the others attacked Star Traveling Pagoda before, and their energy has been absorbed. Qin Yun can use that energy to make soul-chasing talismans to track them. After making several talismans, Qin Yun is preparing to refine some cannon arrows. He took out the devil mirror and contacted Chu Yi to ask about the situation. Sister Yi, is that Chu Yilin to you? Qin Yun asked. I am from Chu family. Chu Yilin is my cousin. She is a very malicious woman. Chu Yi lightly groaned and said, I am worried that she will attack Yuelon. Qin Yun said, You don't need to worry. Yuelon is very intelligent. She won't be plotted against by those despicable bastards. Chu Yi said with a light smile, Xiao Yun, Yuelon is very good to you. I have known her for so long. I have never seen her so good to a stranger. This is mainly because I am handsome. Qin Yun laughed loudly and said, If I did not wear a mask, I would be worried that she would love me so much that she wouldn't be able to extricate herself. Chu Yi rebuked and said with a smile, Don't be so smug. Sister Rujing must have told her to be good to you. I will go ask Sister Rujing. Qin Yun promptly cut off communication with Chu Yi and used the devil mirror to contact Xian Rujing. Xian Rujing has also gone to Earth Province to fight over sun-suppressing divine arrow with Yu. Great Goddess Rujing, was it you who told Yuelon to come to Immortal Xian Desert? Qin Yun asked. It was me and Yu's decision. If there is no accident, a sun altar will appear in an oasis inside Immortal Xian Desert. This is the information I obtained from Divine Desolate. Xian Rujing said, All the other great factions have divine servants, so they also know about this matter. Xian Rujing said with smile, Xiao Yun, the matter you cause in Immortal Xian Desert is not small. You really know how to swindle people. Oh, that's right. What is the relationship between you and great god Xianwu? I heard that immortal Emperor Devil Mirror and great god Xianwu are together. We will talk about this later. I will go contact evil god, Qin Yun said. Qin Yun cursed evil god in his heart. Sun altar is such an important matter, yet evil god did not know about it and did not inform him. He took out the large golden devil horn and contacted evil god. Evil god, Ice goddess said you are a trash god. She really did not belittle you. Qin Yun said in a very bad mood. Did you know, 8 altars will soon arrive in Immortal Desolate. Moreover, they are 18-layer altars. I heard it is some sun altar. The large golden devil horn trembled, and evil god's excited voice came through. Is this true? How is this possible? Sun altar is the most powerful thing of the 9 sun sects. How can it descend in Immortal Desolate? You don't know? Qin Yun is stunned. Of course I don't know. This is a big matter, evil god said with some embarrassment. All right, it is my fault for not being well informed. I will go ask around and contact you later. Qin Yun cursed evil god a few times in low voice, then stored the large golden devil horn. Then he took out the immortal graveyard diagram and tried to contact Siekaru. After trying for a while, he did not succeed. He also doesn't know what happened. When I have the chance, I will ask you well on. Maybe she knows about Sister Kiru. Qin Yun can only plan like this. Qin Yun thought for a bit, then contacted Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror through the Devil Mirror. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror sold him out. This matter made him very angry. Moreover, he did not even give him a heads up. What made him even angrier is that even though he wanted to contact Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror, he did not accept his request. This wretched guy. Wait until I recover my past life's memories. See how I will take care of you. Qin Yun cursed Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror in his heart. Soon after, he contacted Little Black Donkey. Little Black, did you hook up with Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror? Qin Yun asked. I hooked up with him. This idiot is very happy to be my little brother. I only gave him a few pointers through the Devil Mirror, and he immediately called me Big Brother. Truly a guy without any backbone. Little Black Donkey's childish voice came out from the Devil Mirror. Then did you get anything out of him? Qin Yun asked again. Earlier, he asked Little Black Donkey to trick Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror to see what kind of relationship Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror and Immortal King Fuyun have. Got out of him. That guy said he is Immortal King Fuyun's disciple. His original name is Wu Xiaoding. He also said that the concept of the Devil Mirror was created by Immortal King Fuyun, and the Devil Mirror's spatial hub was also created by Immortal King Fuyun. That spatial hub is now under Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror's control. Little Black Donkey said, Little Mortal, who is this Immortal King Fuyun? That guy didn't tell me much. I can't find anything. Qin Yun cursed Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror in his heart. He actually seized his fruits of labor. Little Black, to tell you the truth, I am Immortal King Fuyun. Immortal King Fuyun was my past life. After I reincarnated, I no longer have any memories of my past life. Qin Yun very angrily said, that Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror. That guy Wu Xiaoding actually deceived me. He even said that I was his little brother in my past life, and kept calling me little brother. After Little Black Donkey heard this, it also somewhat angrily said, this Wu Xiaoding is truly too hateful. He is clearly your disciple, but he took advantage of the fact that you don't have any memories of your past life to deceive you. Oh, that's right, little mortal. How did you accept such a swindler as your disciple in your past life? This guy is not a swindler. He is just too outrageous. He always wants to take advantage of me. Qin Yun cursed in low voice. Wait until I rise up again. I will make him look good. Little Black Donkey said, Little mortal, you are in the immortal Xian Great Desert, right? A sun altar will appear there. As for what kind of benefits it will bring, I still don't know. In short, my guess is that the sun altar will require a large amount of sacrifices and many people will die. If you want to go, you must be careful. As long as it is an altar, it will require sacrifices. Moreover, it is usually a living sacrifice. Qin Yun is suddenly very worried about Xiao Yuelon. He immediately said to Little Black Donkey, "Little Black, continue to swindle Wu Xiaoding. Try your best to trick him into giving you a bit more dragon meat." I understand this." Little Black Donkey laughed sinisterly. Qin Yun promptly sent some text to Xiao Yuelon, telling her to pay more attention. He told her that the altar needs to carry out a living sacrifice, and it might not be that simple. After reminding Xiao Yuelon, Qin Yun looked at the devil mirror and said with a frown, "There are so many devil mirrors in the Immortal Desolate. They indeed need a very large spatial hub array foundation to receive all kinds of information and then transmit it out. As long as you control the core array foundation of the devil mirror, you can control the content of the devil mirror." Chapter 1292. A Little Revenge. At that moment, Qin Yun's magic mirror suddenly vibrated. Brother Yun, Immortal Emperor Fiend Mirror, took the initiative to contact Qin Yun. "Old devil, is your real name Wu Tiantu or Wu Xiaoding?" Qin Yun asked with a smile. "Hehe, Wu Tiantu is my alias. As for Wu Xiaoding, it's not my real name either. I have several names. After all, he had to have a few names, but you can call me Old Devil." Devil Mirror Immortal Emperor said, "You contacted me before, right? I was a bit busy, so I couldn't talk to you immediately." Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror only found out about Qin Yun's grievances after conversing with the Black Donkey, so he immediately contacted Qin Yun. Now that he heard Qin Yun mention the name Wu Xiaoding, he was secretly worried. Qin Yun is not angry. He said indifferently, "Old devil, you are not very kind. They actually thought that you weren't going to protect me anymore and almost got me killed." Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror smiled sheepishly. "Little brother, you're a lucky man. Plus, you're quite strong, so you won't be killed. Besides, you're with the Moon Palace's disciples. They'll definitely protect you." "Brother, do you think there's anything special about the name Wu Xiaoding? When you heard this name, did it remind you of anything?" Immortal Emperor Fiend Mirror cursed Mighty God Black Tortoise inwardly for telling Qin Yun such things. He also suspected that Mighty God Black Tortoise was trying to worm information out of Qin Yun. "This name is very nice, much nicer than Wu Tiantu. Why don't you use it?" Qin Yun asked. "Is that so? But I think the name Wu Tiantu is better. I named myself Wu Tiantu." Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror felt relieved. He was Qin Yun's previous life's disciple. If Qin Yun knew about this, he would definitely scold him. "Old devil, how much did you sell me for?" Qin Yun is very curious. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror must have promised the other factions not to interfere in Qin Yun's matter. Furthermore, he agreed to delete the scandals regarding Yu Zuoquan and Song Fengxian. Therefore, Yu Zuoquan is very relieved. "Brother, what are you talking about? How can I sell you off?" "Actually, I can't do anything about it. Those immortal emperors are all very fierce, and we are all near the sun suppressing arrow. I'm worried that they will focus their fire on me, so I had no choice but to delete Yu Zuoquan's matter." Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror sighed helplessly. "Did Yu Zuoquan go find trouble with you again? It's good that you're fine. I'll go ask Immortal Emperor to you to discipline his grandson." Qin Yun suddenly said, "Old devil, you should know that the sun altar is going to descend into the immortal mystic desert, right?" "Well, I just heard about it." "Are you in the profound immortal desert? It's best if you don't go too deep, you might die. Your cultivation is too low," Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror warned. "Then I'll go to the Earth Province to find you. My cultivation is too low. I need your help. Provide me with some cultivation resources." Qin Yun said, "That won't do. I'm busy here. We're fighting for the sun-suppressing arrow. It's more dangerous. Don't come looking for me." Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror said with smile, "Brother, don't worry. Wait until I get my hands on a sun-suppressing divine arrow. Then I will definitely come find you." After Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror finished speaking, he cut off the connection. He secretly heaved a sigh of relief in his heart because he felt that Qin Yun only knows his real name and doesn't know that he is Immortal King Fu Yun's disciple. Qin Yun promptly sent a message to the Little Black Donkey, telling it not to tell Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror about some matters. He only told the little black donkey to accidentally leak the name Wu Xiao Ding to Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror. Wu Xiao Ding, right? You are my previous life's disciple. Master can deal with you in my previous life. I can also deal with you in this life. Qin Yun laughed sinisterly. He plans to join hands with the little black donkey to deal with this bastard disciple. Qin Yun held the devil mirror and penetrated his mental power into it. He began to decipher the devil mirror at a deeper level. Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror can know his whereabouts and even see him through the devil mirror. Therefore, he wants to decipher it one step further. He can't let Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror grasp too many things about him. After Qin Yun's mental power penetrated the devil mirror, he very quickly understood the runes inside the devil mirror like the back of his hand. Ling Yun said with charming smile, Xiao Yun, the devil mirror was invented by you in your previous life. No wonder you could decipher it so easily. It can be seen that your subconscious still has a very good understanding of these things. Qin Yun said with smile, Of course. After I figure out the connection between the devil mirror and the Formation Foundation, I will invade the Formation Foundation. Very soon, he touched the devil mirror and the Formation Foundation and saw the spatial transmission energy. He relied on his understanding of the runes inside the devil mirror and began to try to invade the Formation Foundation. He took out some immortal jade beads and placed them on the devil mirror. The devil mirror absorbed the immortal jade beads and sent them to a place. That place is where the Formation Foundation is located. Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror collected a large number of immortal jade beads through the devil mirror to maintain the operation of the Formation Foundation. He also earned a lot of immortal jade beads, and he can also exchange them with other immortal emperors through the devil mirror. Or he can monitor the devil mirror's communication to collect all kinds of useful information and then sell the information. For example, someone found a treasure or a powerful beast in a certain place, and that person used the devil mirror to transmit the information back to the clan. Then the devil mirror immortal emperor can intercept it and then arrange for people to go and seize the treasure. Qin Yun already let Mo see through the runes inside the devil mirror, so he can also refine the devil mirror. In order to understand the devil mirror better, he personally refined a golden devil mirror. After he finished refining, he let the golden devil mirror connect to the center of the Formation Foundation. He placed the immortal jade beads into the devil mirror one by one and let the golden devil mirror continuously activate the small-scale teleportation formation to absorb the immortal jade beads. This way, he could take advantage of the small-scale teleportation formation opening to infiltrate his mental power into the center of the Formation Foundation. Although his mental power entered the Formation Foundation intermittently, it allowed him to have a general understanding of the Formation Foundation. The Formation Foundation is very strong, and it must have been modified by that bastard Wu Xiaoding. My mental power is still too weak, otherwise I would have been able to completely control the Formation Foundation. After a night of trying, Qin Yun secretly figured out the situation of the Formation Foundation. Although the large-scale Formation Foundation is complex, it was set up by your previous life. There must be a formation spirit inside. Ling Yun said, Can you sense the formation spirit? I can't sense it. Even if there is, it might have been replaced or sealed by that bastard Wu Xiaoding. Qin Yun shook his head. No matter. I will continue to understand more. At least Wu Xiaoding did not discover that I can invade the Formation Foundation. If someone else's mental power were to pry into the Formation Foundation, it would cause a great commotion, and it would also take the initiative to defend itself. However, Qin Yun is not someone else. The Formation Foundation was set up by him in his previous life. The various runes needed to set up the formation were carved by Qin Yun's previous life using the power of the blood soul. There's a large amount of soul power from his previous life, and mental power comes from the power of the soul. So after Qin Yun's mental power invaded the Formation Foundation, it will not trigger the Formation Foundation self-defense. 2 days later, Qin Yun's understanding of the Formation Foundation is increasing. He is also secretly amazed at the strength of the formation foundation. As expected of my previous life, to be able to create such an awesome thing, Qin Yun said with a proud smile. After 2 days of research, Qin Yun could not control the formation foundation. However, after he improved the golden devil mirror he refined, he could release any message. Moreover, it would not be blocked and everyone could see it. Qin Yun contacted Chu Yi and asked her to send the video of Yu Zuoquan drilling into his crotch. Chu Yi did not know what Qin Yun wanted to do, but she did not ask and immediately sent it to Qin Yun. After Qin Yun received the video, he gave his golden devil mirror a name, Wu Tiantu's dad. Although this is a fake name, it is the name of a mortal mirror immortal emperor that people in the immortal desolate are familiar with. Qin Yun used the nickname Wu Tiantu's dad to post a message and attach a video. It is Yu Zuoquan barking while drilling into Qin Yun's crotch. This message immediately spread crazily on the devil mirror, causing another sensation. The main reason is that the person who posted this message is called Wu Tiantu's dad. And everyone knows that the video of Yu Zuoquan drilling into the crotch has been deleted and no discussion is allowed. But now, someone called Wu Tiantu's dad has posted it. This is equivalent to provoking immortal mirror, immortal emperor. After Chu Yi saw this message, she immediately asked Qin Yun if he did it. Qin Yun directly replied, "Great God Xian Wu did it." The video of Yu Zuoquan drilling into the crotch once again spread crazily on the devil mirror. Yu Zuoquan, who is on his way to the oasis in the immortal Xian desert, naturally knows about it. He watched and cursed. Isn't Wu Tiantu the name of immortal mirror immortal emperor? What happened to Wu Tiantu's dad? Why did he expose me? Maybe this old man thinks it's fun, someone said. Fun my ass, Yu Zuoquan said angrily. What's so fun about this? Do you think it's fun for me to drill into the crotch? Go and play with your uncle. The 9th level exalted immortals on the road all have a devil mirror. After seeing the video, they all secretly laughed. After all, Yu Zuoquan is one of the 10 exalted immortals and the grandson of immortal Emperor Yu. Barking like a dog and drilling into someone else's crotch is indeed very funny. Immortal mirror immortal emperor is also very anxious. Wu Tiantu, you bastard. Keep your father in check. Don't let him spread my grandson's scandal. Immortal emperor you cursed. Wu Tiantu, we have given you so many benefits. Why did the news of my son cheating on Yu Zuoquan spread like wildfire on the devil mirror? Are you trying to start a war between our Song family and you family? Wu Tiantu, keep your father in check. Song Zhaoshi cursed. His son Song Fengshun cheated on Yu Zuoquan many times and almost caused a war between the two families. Immortal mirror immortal emperor opened his devil mirror and was immediately scolded. He is also very angry. Damn it, which bastard did this? Since when did I have a father? Immortal mirror immortal emperor immediately controlled the formation base and deleted the video. He is very afraid because he has already restricted the video from spreading. The formation base has its own consciousness. It will delete the video on its own and not let it appear on the Devil Mirror's platform. To be able to bypass the formation base and directly release the video, this is a very terrifying method. Even he, immortal mirror immortal emperor, cannot do this. Could it be great God Xian Wu? Immortal mirror immortal emperor immediately contacted the little black donkey. The little black donkey knows that Qin Yun did it, and also knows that Qin Yun wants to push the blame to it. Chapter 1293. Great Emperor Deterrence Devil Mirror Immortal Emperor doesn't believe the little black donkey's words. He immediately checked Qin Yun's Devil Mirror and found nothing abnormal. He doesn't know that Qin Yun refined a golden devil mirror himself. He still contacted Qin Yun and asked, "Brother, what are you doing?" "I'm resting, preparing to leave the immortal Xian desert." Qin Yun said, "Then I won't disturb you anymore." Devil Mirror Immortal Emperor promptly cut off the connection. He is worried that Qin Yun will ask him for immortal jade beads. Qin Yun has been playing with the golden devil mirror. The video he posted was deleted by Devil Mirror Immortal Emperor, but he can continue posting. Motherfucker, that bastard seal my nickname. Chinyan cursed in low voice and then changed his nickname. Changing a nickname on the Devil Mirror requires 1 million Immortal J beads. Therefore, many people cherish their first nickname when buying a Devil Mirror. However, Chinyan doesn't need it. He can change it for free. This time, he changed it to Wu Tiantu's second uncle, and then posted a message of Yu Zuokuan crawling into crotch. Hee Yu Zuokuan, oh Yu Zuokuan, do you really think your shameful deeds can be covered up? Chinyan laughed in his heart, and then posted a picture of Yu Zuokuan kneeling in front of Tian Ruling and the others. He added a paragraph of text. Great Yu Immortal Emperor's grandson, Yu Zuokuan, used words to insult 3 beauties of Guanghan Palace. After being taught a lesson, he had no choice but to kneel and apologize. After this message was posted, it caused a sensation on the Devil Mirror. Yu Zuokuan immediately received a message from his grandfather, Great Yu Immortal Emperor. Yu Zuokuan, you little bastard, why did you provoke those bitches of Guanghan Palace? Don't you know that Immortal Emperor Yu is nearby? You are causing trouble for me. Great Yu Immortal Emperor cursed. Grandfather, you are an immortal emperor and even more powerful than Yu, right? Why are you afraid of her? Yu Zuokuan said with grievance. I already kneeled down and apologized. What else do you want me to do? What do you know? Guanghan Palace has more than one immortal emperor. Who knows how many immortal emperors they have? Great Yu Immortal Emperor roared. Hurry up and settle this matter for me, or I'll castrate you. Yu Zuokuan shivered and cursed Wu Tiantu's second uncle in his heart. How could he release such a message? Demonic Mirror Immortal Emperor was also going crazy because he had just banned the nickname Wu Tiantu's dad, and now Wu Tiantu's second dad appeared. He knew they were the same person. Wu Tiantu, how many fathers do you have? The Yu Immortal Monarch contacted Demonic Mirror Immortal Monarch and shouted, Didn't we agree that my grandson's scandal won't be exposed? Well, I'm working on it. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror also had a headache. He immediately went to investigate and, at the same time, deleted the picture of Yu Zuokuan kneeling to Tian Ruling and company. He also sealed the nickname Wu Tiantu's second father. The Magic Mirror Immortal Emperor had many methods. After some effort, he finally found the golden mirror that released the news. However, he couldn't see the owner of the mirror and didn't know where it was. Friend, may I know who you are? Demon Mirror Immortal Emperor sent a message. Chinyan looked at his golden magic mirror and said with mischievous smile, This bastard has some ability. He actually contacted me so quickly. I am your second father. Qin Yun sent a message. Friend, don't joke around. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror sent a message. I am Immortal King Floating Cloud's wife. Qin Yun thought for a moment and decided to tease Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror is stunned and immediately sent a message. Immortal King Floating Cloud's wife? Stop messing around. He doesn't have a wife. He was cursed by heavenly punishment. He can't have an affair with women, otherwise he will die a horrible death. Qin Yun cursed in his heart. This Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror actually went around telling others about this kind of thing. All right, I am Immortal King Floating Cloud's godfather. Qin Yun sent another message. Immortal King Floating Cloud has a godfather? How come I don't know? Don't try to fool me. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror is also very puzzled because he began to suspect that Immortal King Floating Cloud really has a godfather. Although Magic Mirror Immortal Emperor was the disciple of Immortal King Float Cloud, he wasn't very clear about his master's matters. He only knew that his master created this magic mirror and it wasn't completed yet. He left behind many blueprints, which were completed by him later on. You're little Floating Cloud's disciple. He's been dead for many years. Have you done anything to let him down? Qin Yun asked Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror. You are really his godfather? Then tell me your name. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror's forehead is dripping with sweat because he feels very guilty in his heart. I am Netherworld Great Emperor. Qin Yun chuckled after sending the message. He wants to pretend to be his godfather and cause some big trouble. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror is so scared that his hands are shivering. He knows that his master and Netherworld Great Emperor have some dealings, but he doesn't know that his master is Netherworld Great Emperor's godson. Netherworld Great Emperor? Don't try to fool me. Netherworld Great Emperor disappeared a long time ago. He might already be dead. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror calmed down and replied. Qin Yun took out the sleeping Nether Spirit's sacred blade, took an image, and sent it to Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror saw the black Nether Spirit's sacred blade and shouted in fright. Nether Spirit's sacred blade is a very famous weapon in Immortal Desolate. Although it disappeared for many years along with Netherworld Great Emperor, the legend of the Nether Spirit's sacred blade is still spreading. Uncle Netherworld, you are still alive. Very good. If my master knew, he would be very happy. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror promptly replied. Is Xiao Fuyun still alive? Qin Yun continued to pretend. Of course he is still alive. He has reincarnated, but he has lost his past life's memories. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror truthfully said. He is very afraid of Netherworld Great Emperor. That's good. Then treat him a bit better. Qin Yun sent this message and then sent an image of the Nether Spirit's sacred blade. It seems like he is threatening Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror's face turned deathly pale in fright. Although he is an Immortal Emperor, he is only a newly advanced Immortal Emperor. He is just a small fry in front of these ancient Great Emperors. Especially Netherworld Great Emperor, who has a divine weapon like the Nether Spirit's sacred blade. He doesn't dare to be careless. Qin Yun promptly cut off the connection with the Golden Devil Mirror and no longer said anything to Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror. At this time, another Devil Mirror vibrated. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror is looking for him. Qin Yun thought for a bit and did not answer. He wants to scare Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror from time to time. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror cannot contact Qin Yun. He is very worried because he is worried that Qin Yun will meet with Netherworld Great Emperor. If Netherworld Great Emperor finds out that he cheated the reincarnated Qin Yun, the consequences will be very serious. Uncle Floating Cloud, I beg you, quickly answer. Disciple knows his wrongs. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror thought of that dreadful Nether Spirit sacred blade and can't help but shiver. Qin Yun deliberately ignored Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror and used the Golden Devil Mirror to find the little black donkey. Xiaohei, this is my new Devil Mirror. If that bastard Wu Xiaoding asks you about me, just say you don't know. Then ask him why he is looking for me. Qin Yun said, All right, remember to leave the divine fruit for me. I heard that you almost gave it away. The little black donkey is very concerned about the divine fruit because it wants to taste it and see if it is very delicious. Qin Yun lied down on the bed and waited for a while. The little black donkey contacted him and told him that Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror is very regretful and is trembling in fear. Qin Yun laughed heartily on the bed. He suddenly discovered that his cheap godfather has some ability in Immortal Desolate. He has been missing for so long, yet he can still produce such a formidable deterrent force. He sat up and thought carefully. Then he took out the golden magic mirror and changed his nickname to Netherworld Great Emperor. Then he posted a message. Moreover, it was very short, only 4 words, I'm back, and a picture of the Nether Spirit's sacred blade. In just a short period of time, this news caused the entire Immortal Desolate to burst into commotion. Previously, when Yuzhuakuan went into crotch, it only attracted the attention of some immortal emperors and immortal kings. Old fogies like Devil Immortal Great Emperor and Immortal Desolate Great Emperor were not interested at all. And now, the news of Netherworld Great Emperor's return caused these 2 great emperors to become restless. They have a very deep impression of the Nether Spirit's sacred blade. They did not expect to see it in the Devil Mirror. Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror is scared half to death because both Immortal Desolate Great Emperor and Devil Immortal Great Emperor came to find him to understand the situation. Netherworld Great Emperor has been missing for many years. This has always been a mystery. And now, Qin Yun used his identity as Netherworld Great Emperor to describe the great battle back then. He said that Devil Immortal Great Emperor and Immortal Desolate Great Emperor joined hands to plot against him. Now everyone in Immortal Desolate knows that Netherworld Great Emperor was plotted against by two Great Emperors and was almost killed. Everyone in Immortal Desolate is now discussing this matter, because using numbers to bully the few and sneak attack are very despicable methods. Two great emperors who have been famous throughout the ages in Immortal Desolate used such despicable methods to win. After Qin Yin finished doing this, he closed the Golden Devil Mirror to avoid being found. He did this to let Immortal Desolate Great Emperor and Devil Immortal Great Emperor know that his foster father is still alive. He walked to the front door of Star Traveling Pagoda and took out a soul-chasing talisman. It is Xiao Yuelan's. It is time to hurry. Their speed shouldn't be too fast. Qin Yin deliberately waited for 2 to 3 days before setting off. He also doesn't want to be too close to those people to avoid being discovered. He stood at the door and looked at the boundless yellow sand outside. Then he looked at the ferocious, immortal, profound river. Originally, there was a small town here, but because Xiao Yuelan fought here, it has been razed to the ground. Qin Yin looked ahead and suddenly discovered that someone has appeared. If it was someone else, he wouldn't be surprised. After all, many people are now entering Immortal Profound Desert. The person who appeared in the distance should not have appeared here, because that person is a very young and loving person. Qin Yin carefully looked and saw that it is a little girl wearing light and elegant white skirt. Her hair is tied up in a ponytail. She seems to be only a few years old. She looks like she is carved from jade. This little girl has a light smile on her face. Her eyes are very quick-witted. Her little face is very beautiful and adorable. People can't help but want to touch her face. Seeing such a little girl appear in the dangerous desert, Qin Yin immediately guessed who she is. She is one of the 10 great immortals, Nian Yun. It is said that she is very formidable, even stronger than Xiao Yuelan. Qin Yin heard Chu Yi and the others talk about this little girl. Back then, he wanted to meet this legendary and mysterious immortal. Chapter 1294. Nian, the little girl, is very lively. She is hopping and skipping towards Star Traveling Pagoda while laughing and giggling. She is very happy. Such a lovely little girl is so scared that Qin Yun's back turned cold. He doesn't know why he is afraid of this little girl. This kind of dangerous feeling he has never felt before. Xiao Yun, this little girl is very dreadful. You must be careful. Ling Yuner also warned Qin Yun. Not long after, the little girl arrived at Star Traveling Pagoda's entrance. Hello, I am Yin Yun. Can I come in and sit? The little girl seems to be only a few years old. Her voice is very sweet and very pleasant to listen to. Her pair of beautiful eyes are filled with smiling intent. Her little face is filled with polite smile. Qin Yin feels that this is very dangerous, so he did not immediately let this mysterious and formidable little girl in. This little girl, why does she give me a kind of intimate feeling? She is clearly very dangerous, Qin Yin said in his heart. He suspects that Nian Yun has some special ability that can confuse people and make them relax their vigilance. Seeing that Qin Yin did not let her in, Nian Yun pouted and mumbled, "Why don't you let me in? It is not like I will eat you." Qin Yin is truly afraid of being eaten. I heard you are one of the 10 great immortals. You are very strong, and I am just a little immortal. I am afraid of you. Qin Yin said. He is very vigilant in his heart. What is there to be afraid of? Don't you see how cute I am? Nian Yun giggled and used her tender little finger to poke her beautiful little face, making her look even more adorable. Qin Yun's hands are also itching. He wants to pinch this little girl's face. He loves pinching faces very much. Zi Qingqing's face is often pinched by him. He did not let Nian Yun in. Instead, he went out by himself. Even if Nian Yun wants to attack, he can run back to Star Traveling Pagoda. Nian Yun, did you come by yourself? Qin Yun asked. Nian Yun nodded. She looked towards Star Traveling Pagoda's entrance and said with charming smile, I want to go in and sit. Qin Yun said with smile, what is there to sit inside? Moreover, I am preparing to set out. Where are you going? Nian Yun asked. I heard that some of the 10 great immortals are in immortal Shin Great Desert to find Sun Altar. So, I came. I also want to find Sun Altar, Qin said with smile. You? Nian cute little face was full of suspicion. You're so weak, you'll die inside, right? Impossible. My life is very hard, Qin said with mischievous smile. He couldn't help but reach out to touch Nian's little face. He didn't know what was wrong with him. He clearly knew that this little girl was very dangerous, but he couldn't control his hand. He just had to touch that cute little face. After touching it, he regretted it because Nian hit him with great force. Crack! Qin felt that the bones in his wrist had been shattered by Nian's small hand. Nian was a little angry. Wrinkling her little nose, she snorted and said, "Don't touch other people's faces." If it was someone else, I definitely wouldn't have let him off. I'm sorry. You are too cute. I couldn't help but touch your face. Qin felt that his hand is temporarily crippled. He needs to rest for a period of time to recover. He was extremely shocked. He had cultivated the immortal demon's sacred body, but this little girl had broken his bones with just a casual attack. I want to enter that pagoda, Nian delicately yelled. You can't. Qin doesn't dare to let Nian enter. He is worried that his star-traveling pagoda will be snatched away. You touched my face just now. I will continue to teach you a lesson. Nian finished speaking and suddenly punched with her small pink fist. An incomparably dreadful immortal power violently rushed out, and the fist energy landed on Qin's body. Boom! Qin only felt the fist energy land on his body and produce a very strong explosion. He was sent flying and crashed into the star-traveling pagoda. You! Why did you hit me? Qin yelled in shock. He is only a 6th-layer immortal. He can't even defeat a formidable 9th-layer immortal, let alone a 9th-layer immortal. Because you touched my face, Nian said with a charming smile, then hopped over to Qin's side. A palm chop down. Voila! The palm wind whistled like thunder. The entire desert trembled as if a tide is surging up. Qin is extremely terrified. He promptly used Sacred Eye to look at the distance and narrowly dodged the palm. Puff! Although he managed to dodge the dreadful palm power, he was injured by the formless palm energy and vomited a large mouthful of blood. He secretly told himself that he won't touch other people's face with his dirty hands anymore. He really did not expect that this little girl's power would be so terrifying. Don't run. Nian is like a naughty child. She charmingly smiled and chased after Qin. Boom! After Nian approached Qin, she again sent a palm attack. The palm wind exploded and rumbled like thunder. Oh! Qin let out a miserable scream. He feels that his body is about to split open. He is secretly rejoicing that he has immortal devil's sacred body. Otherwise, he would have already been killed by this devil-like little girl. Aya, is it very painful? My attack was very light. Nian blinked her eyes and slightly frowned. She has a very innocent appearance. She looks very harmless. I will be killed by you, little big sister. I was wrong. I should not have touched your face. Qin very sincerely apologized. I accept your apology, Nian said with charming smile. Just as Qin let out a long sigh in his heart, Nian unexpectedly punched again. Boom! The berserk fist energy brought along a very strange power. It is filled with all kinds of evil aura, as if it is the power condensed from countless evil spirits in hell. This fist energy exploded out, bringing with it a burst of black gale. The gale is like the howling of 100,000 evil spirits, causing Qin to be extremely alarmed. This little witch, what is her background? Qin cursed in his heart. Right now, he is unable to dodge the fist energy and was hit head-on. What caused him to feel alarmed is that his body is in extreme pain. Furthermore, there are all kinds of negative energy drilling into his mind, wanting to devour his soul. Retreat. Qin let out a muffled groan and dispersed all the evil spirits that wanted to invade his soul. Just as he woke up, he saw another golden energy surge over. It is a power filled with divine power. Qin Yun is at a loss. This little girl Nian Yun just released a demonic power that came from hell, but in the blink of an eye, she released this punch. The aura is so divine, and the power is equally terrifying. He suddenly recalled that Nian Yun cultivates immortal devil power, and she is even more powerful than him. Oh! Qin Yun was hit again and let out a miserable scream. His body is already covered with cuts and bruises. He is lying on the ground, gasping for breath. Originally, even if he faced an upper immortal, he would be able to run away. But facing Nian Yun, he is unable to run away. Nian Yun walked to Qin Yun's side and said with charming smile, "Your sacred body cultivation is pretty good. I just wanted to see how strong your sacred body is." You. Qin Yun is even more amazed in his heart. Nian Yun took out a black and white small pill and stuffed it into Qin Yun's mouth. She said with gentle smile, "Eat it. You will recover very quickly." After Qin Yun ate it, he indeed sensed that his injuries are recovering very quickly, especially the broken bones in his body. They're healing very quickly. "Can I go in now?" Nian Yun pointed at Star Traveling Pagoda, stuck out her small tongue, and said with mischievous smile, "Of course you can. If I had known earlier, I would have let you in. I wouldn't have been beaten up." Qin Yun sighed. "Now, he can sit up on his own. Even if you let me in, I would still beat you up." Nian Yun said with charming smile, "Why? Do I have enmity with you?" Qin Yun curled his lips and said, "Because you touched my face." Nian Yun said with smile, "I did not kill you. I'm already being very polite." Qin Yun brought Nian Yun into Star Traveling Pagoda. After Nian Yun entered, she sat on a chair, swung her legs, opened her large and lovely eyes, and looked all around. "Your pagoda is very awesome. I might not even be able to break it." Nian Yun exclaimed in admiration. "If I had known earlier, I would have stayed inside the pagoda and not come out. I wouldn't have been beaten up like this." Qin Yun is very afraid of this little girl. Nian Yun said with gentle smile, "What? Are you angry?" "No, it is all my fault. I should not have touched your face." Qin Yun said with bitter smile, "How about this? I will let you touch my face again. We are even." Nian Yun pointed at her own face and smiled with squinted eyes. Even if Qin Yun had 10 times more courage, he would not dare to touch her face. It is too dangerous. It is very fatal. Seeing that Qin Yun doesn't dare to come, Nian Yun cannot help but let out charming smile. Qin Yun knows that this Nian Yun is not a little girl. It is just her appearance. "Don't go around talking nonsense about me cultivating sacred body. It will bring me trouble," Qin Yun said in low voice. "I know." Nian Yun drank the fruit juice poured by Qin Yun, licked her lips, and asked, "When are you going to look for the sun altar? I will go with you. I was going to leave immediately, but I was beaten up by you, so I want to rest." Qin Yun said, "So it is like this. I won't wait for you. I will go by myself." Nian Yun finished drinking the fruit juice and ran towards the door. A3. "Wait, I will set out now." Qin Yun shouted, but Nian Yun ran out. When Qin Yun chased after her, he can no longer see Nian Yun. There is not even a bit of aura left. This little girl, is she playing with me? Qin Yun is immediately puzzled. He can only return to Star Traveling Pagoda. He rested for half a day. After recovering, it is already nighttime. He stored away Star Traveling Pagoda, ran on the desert, and used the soul-chasing talisman to track Xiaoyuel on. Nighttime. The sky above immortal Xian Great Desert is very strange. Originally, there were many stars in the night sky, but in the depths of immortal Xian Great Desert, the starlight has been distorted. Therefore, there are many faint light belts in the sky above immortal Xian Great Desert. It is very beautiful. These light belts are star runes. Qin Yun is extremely apprehensive. He only found out after entering the depths of immortal Xian Great Desert. Even inscription masters cannot see that these are star runes. But Qin Yun has a very peculiar perception, so he can see it. Could it be that star runes are formed like this? Qin Yun suddenly slowed down his speed and let Mo come out and record all kinds of star runes in the sky so that she can pass them on to him later. Chapter 1295. Inscription Beast Mo is sitting on Qin Yun's shoulder, very seriously looking at the star runes in the night sky. Qin Yun also slowed down so that she can see more clearly. Big brother, those star runes are different from the ones we usually see. Little Xiaoling's Mo is standing on Qin Yun's shoulder and whispered into Qin Yun's ear. Can I learn it? Qin Yun asked. Probably not. Mo shook her head and said, those star runes are not complete. Even if you memorize them, it's useless. Qin Yun looked at the sky and said doubtfully, not complete? Then what exactly is missing? I also don't know. How do I say it? The star runes and moon runes in the sky should have life, but they lack life. Mo thought for a moment, touched her long pointed ears, and said in low voice, what I said might not be very accurate, but it's roughly what I mean. Qin Yun placed Mo in his palm and gently stroked her long hair. Her hair had already turned black. Although she was still small, she looked even more adorable. Mo, go in and play with Yang Yang, Qin Yun said with smile. Mo very happily entered the nine-sun divine soul and played with Yang Yang inside. Qin Yun is running in the desert. Because they can't fly, everyone can only run on the ground in the immortal Xian desert. Xiao Yuelon and the others can't run very fast in the desert. After all, there are too many people and their aura is very heavy. If they run too fast, they will easily be ambushed by the things under the sand. Qin Yun can use the soul-chasing talisman to track Xiao Yuelon. Even if he doesn't use it, he can still follow the large group through aura. Suddenly, the great golden devil horn inside the nine-sun divine soul trembled. Evil God contacted Qin Yun. Evil God, don't disappoint me. Qin Yun took out the great golden devil horn and said with smile, don't worry, I definitely won't disappoint you. I was in seclusion before, so I didn't receive any news. Evil God laughed loudly. Clearly he is very confident. He said mysteriously, Qin Yun, do you know why the sun altar is descending? Could it be because of the sun suppressing divine arrow? The ice and snow goddess is very interested in the sun suppressing divine arrow. Many awesome immortal emperors of the immortal desolate are near the sun suppressing divine arrow. Qin Yun said, no. The evil god chuckled. The ice goddess might not know, but I know the true reason for the sun altar's descent. Qin Yun frowned. If there really was another reason, the little black donkey would have told him. However, he recalled that the little black donkey had been in a deep slumber in the fourth pearl of the nine-yang divine soul for many years. It definitely didn't know much about the divine wilderness. Otherwise, it would have known the true taste of the divine fruit. The sun altar was taken down by the 8-9 sun sects, right? Asked Qin Yun. That's right. But do you know why they want to take down these 8-sun altars? The evil god continued to keep him in suspense. When he saw that Qin Yun was not too clear about this matter, he was secretly delighted. At least he was more well-informed than Qin Yun. The 8-9 sun sects want to rope in the experts of the immortal desolate to work for them. Qin Yun said, this is also his guess. Do what? The evil god laughed and said, I guarantee you don't know. What can I do? It's all because the 9-sun sects in the divine desolate want to plunder the immortal desolate's sun god stone. Qin Yun curled his lips and said, it's not that. There are indeed many sun god stones that fell in the immortal desolate, even more than our divine desolate. Moreover, some of them are of extremely high quality. However, we are all mistaken about one thing. The reason why the sun god stone fell was not to let you immortal desolate humans quickly become stronger. Evil God said, this matter was only recently understood by divine desolate. Qin Yun stood on the desert and looked at the starlight in the night sky that has been distorted into many light runes. He said with frown, the fall of the sun god stone indeed produced a lot of energy. It can let all living beings advance by leaps and bounds. I also benefited from the divine fruit. That's why I became a 6th-stage immortal in a short while. Qin Yun, you might be the first person in the immortal desolate to know the true secret of the sun godstone. Evil God said with mischievous laugh, let me tell you, when the sun godstone fell, all living beings in the immortal desolate indeed benefited. They can advance by leaps and bounds. However, the sun godstone is not for your immortal desolate's living beings. It is for the inscription beasts. For the inscription beasts? What do you mean? Qin Yun doubtfully asked. It means that after the runes evolve to the peak, they transform into beasts. They become inscription beasts. I don't know much about inscription beasts for now. I only know that the fall of the sun godstone was summoned by the inscription beasts. These inscription beasts suddenly appeared in divine desolate, sacred desolate, and immortal desolate. Evil God is somewhat excited as he said, "My boss in divine desolate looked through ancient texts and found out that these inscription beasts will suddenly appear before world extermination. They will try their best to obtain the sun's power before it falls." Qin Yun earnestly listened. He is very shocked in his heart. Evil God continued, "There are many types of inscription beasts. The weaker ones are common elemental inscription beasts, such as metal, wood, water, fire, earth, wind, thunder, ice, and so on. Ancient records mainly record 72 star inscription beasts, 36 moon inscription beasts, 9 sun inscription beasts. Heavenly inscription beasts are unknown. Heavenly inscription beasts are very mysterious. There are not many records about them." "Are there any divine inscription beasts?" Qin Yun asked. "There are. It is said that the strongest are divine inscription beasts, and only divine inscription beasts can transform into humans." Evil God said, "Those 8-9 sun sects took down the sun altar because they want to do their best to capture inscription beasts, because the runes on the inscription beast bodies are very strong." Qin Yun looked at the star runes in the sky and suddenly recalled what Mo said before. The star runes in the sky are lacking life. It is very possible that the star runes in the sky condensed into star inscription beasts. This caused his back to turn cold. He felt that there is an extremely high possibility that there are inscription beasts hidden within the immortal Xian desert. Evil God, what about the sun-suppressing divine arrow? Qin Yun asked again. My boss told me that the sun-suppressing divine arrow has already surpassed God and is controlled by the universe's natural law. We humans are unable to control the sun-suppressing divine arrow, so don't waste your time on it. Capturing inscription beasts is the most important matter. Evil God said with smile. Qin Yun, you must be careful when you encounter inscription beasts. Those guys have extremely high intelligence and they control very strong inscription power. They are not easy to deal with. Also, inscription beasts have undying bodies. Qin Yun is very shocked. He asked, why can inscription beasts not die? This, my boss's guess, is that it is similar to nether beasts. After the summoned nether beasts die, they will be reborn in the nether sea of the 9 nether realm. If inscription beasts die, they will be reborn in a world that belongs to inscription. Evil God said with smile, isn't it very mystical? Inscription beasts can actually transform into runes and hide in various places. They can even transform into dark runes. They are very powerful. Qin Yun's heart jumped. He looked at the distorted light runes in the sky. He suspects that there are many inscription beasts in the immortal Xian desert. Evil God said, Qin Yun, the 8-9 sun sects of the Divine Desolate are making such a big fuss because they want to capture all kinds of inscription beasts and collect even stronger and more mysterious runes. If you capture them, I will ask my boss and have him give you a generous reward. Qin Yun told Evil God about the situation in the immortal Xian desert. After Evil God finished listening, he said in pleasant surprise, you have a sun altar descending there. It means that there are inscription beasts in the desert. Very good, look carefully. Got it. Qin Yun also wants to see what kind of inscription beasts they are. The sun altar has descended in that desert. It is very likely that it will send some tools to search for inscription beasts. Qin Yun, don't think that those tools are very good. If you take them, you'll have to work for the 9 sun sects. Evil God warned, that is equivalent to becoming a divine servant. It is like selling your soul. When Qin Yun heard this, he immediately took out the devil mirror and contacted Xiao Yuelon. He sent a message. warning her not to take the things from the sun altar. He also told her that if she takes them, she will become a divine servant and will be enslaved for the rest of her life. Xiao Yuelon sent a message. I understand. Thank you. Qin Yun feels that Xiao Yuelon will definitely listen to him, but he is still somewhat worried in his heart. Oh, that's right, Qin Yun. That little girl Yueme might be going to the immortal desolate. Evil God said. AI. She has already forgotten about me. Qin Yun let out a long sigh. It's fine. She will definitely remember you. She is now mingling with Star God. Moreover, she is going to the immortal desolate. Maybe she's going to catch inscription beasts. Star God surely knows how to find star rune beasts. When the time comes, you should establish good relations with Yueme and use her to catch 1 or 2 star rune beasts. Evil God said with mischievous smile. All right, you should be a bit careful. Qin Yun stored away the large golden devil horn and continued madly running. At the same time, he is also paying attention to his surroundings to guard against inscription beast attacks. Daybreak. 3 suns are hanging above the immortal Xian Great Desert. The sunlight is not distorted like starlight. Qin Yun has been running madly for the entire night. Just as he was about to take out the star-traveling pagoda to rest, he suddenly saw a small gray cat appear in front of him. It is meow meow and very gracefully walking on the desert. Qin Yun's eyes immediately widened because this gray cat is very peculiar. Although there are no runes on its body, Qin Yun can feel that his Star-Lord Inscription Spirit is slightly trembling. Star-Lord Inscription Spirit must have encountered a very strong star rune. I encountered a star rune beast? Qin Yun is extremely happy. Just as he was about to rush over, he saw a small and exquisite white figure floating over. He cursed in his heart because a little girl is rushing towards that small gray cat with extremely fast speed. This little girl is precisely Nian. What cute little kitten, come with big sister. Nian flew over and said with light smile. The small cat meow meow 2 times and then disappeared in a flash. Aya, don't run. Big sister likes you very much. Nian lightly rebuked and also suddenly disappeared. Qin Yun is stunned on the spot. He cursed Nian Yun in his heart. She is actually following him all the way. Is that a star rune beast? Its speed is so fast. Qin Yun looked all around. He cannot sense even a bit of aura. There is also no trace left behind in the desert. It is as if Nian Yun and the small gray cat suddenly disappeared from the face of the earth. He doesn't know where they went. Chapter 1296. Great Desert Divine Tree. Qin Yun took out the magic mirror and searched for information related to inscription beasts. No one released any information about it. And now, the magic mirror is discussing the matter of the Netherworld Great Emperor. Immortal Desolate Great Emperor and Devil Immortal Great Emperor both announced on a magic mirror that they did not join hands to launch a sneak attack. The little black donkey contacted Qin Yun through the magic mirror and shouted, Little mortal, did you find any divine fruits in the immortal Xian Desert? No, I only saw a cat. Qin Yun looked all around. He wanted to see if the small gray cat would appear again. Cat? What cat? The little black donkey asked hastily. A gray cat, Qin Yun said with smile. Little black, don't tell me you know that cat. I might know it. The little black donkey cried out in alarm. Quickly tell me about that cat. It was very fast, and then it ran away. I don't know where it went. Qin Yun looked around again, trying to sense a trace of aura, but he did not find anything. I should know that cat. I have to see it to understand the specific situation. The little black donkey said happily. Little black, have you heard of inscription beasts? Qin Yun told the little black donkey about the situation of inscription beasts. After the little black donkey heard this, it fell silent for a moment and said, I might be an inscription beast. What do you mean by might? Qin Yun said with frown. Aren't you the great god Xian Wu? I'm not sure either. I might have half of the inscription beast's bloodline in my body. The little black donkey did not care about the inscription beast because it only cared about eating and obtaining the sun-suppressing divine arrow. Qin Yun said again, Little black, You shouldn't be able to obtain the sun-suppressing divine arrow, right? Even if I can't, I still want to try. As long as I obtain the sun-suppressing divine arrow, I will be the most awesome divine beast." The little black donkey laughed and said, "Little mortal, hurry up and find the divine fruit. Remember to leave me half after you find it. I won't treat you unfairly in the future. Goodbye." Qin Yun curled his lips and was about to put away the magic mirror when he saw Xiao Yuelon send a message. "We encountered the divine tree. Come quickly." Qin Yun is secretly alarmed when he saw Xiao Yuelon's message. Xiao Yuelon actually knew that he was on the way. "Where are you?" Qin Yun asked. "You can find me, right? I'm guessing you're on your way." Xiao Yuelon sent the message quietly, worried that others would discover it. Xiao Yuelon's intuition told her that Qin Yun would follow her and have a way to find her. "I'll get there as soon as possible." Qin Yun originally wanted to rest, but when he saw Xiao Yuelon summoning him, he immediately felt as if he was injected with chicken blood as he madly ran through the desert. After running for a while, Xiao Yuelon sent another message, telling him to disguise himself and not be discovered. She also said that she might need his star-traveling pagoda's help. Xiao Yuelon has entered Qin Yun's star-traveling pagoda. She knows that even powerful ninth-stage heavenly immortals are unable to breach it. Qin Yun is secretly delighted. When Xiao Yuelon encountered the divine tree, she must have seen many divine fruits on it. That's why she wanted him to go over. Xiao Yuelon is the only disciple of the Guanghan Palace, so she doesn't trust anyone else. She trusted Qin Yun mainly because Xian Rujing told her that Qin Yun was trustworthy. After running for a day and a night, Qin Yun finally saw a large tree in the distance. There are only some sand dunes in this desert. The whole is very flat. So if a large tree appears in the distance, it is very easy to see. That tree was very special. It was thousands of meters tall, and its trunk was perfectly straight. Only the top of the tree had branches and leaves. The trunk below was a bare pole that was tens of meters thick, and its entire body was golden red. The crown of the tree is very big. It has golden and dazzling leaves. The leaves are very big. It is impossible to see what is inside the crown of the tree. This divine tree is very strange. Qin Yun is madly rushing. He is very tired now. He is resting on the same spot and observing the pillar-like divine tree. This tree is several thousand meters tall. Only the top of the tree has branches and leaves. It looks like a mushroom. "Have you arrived yet?" Xiao Yuelon sent a message to Qin Yun. "I saw the divine tree. I am resting." Qin Yun is now browsing through Devil Mirror's message. There is no information about the tree being leaked. Clearly, this information has been sealed by Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror must have sealed the information about the divine tree because other powers told him to do so. He did not want this kind of information to spread, lest more people enter the Immortal Xian Desert. All right, after approaching, we will act according to the situation. Use all kinds of methods to snatch the divine fruit from the divine tree. Xiao Yuelon sent a message to Qin Yun again. Divine fruit? Qin Yun looked at the branches and leaves at the top of the divine tree that looked like a large umbrella. He did not see any divine fruit at all. This tree is so big. The divine fruit it bears should be very big, right? Qin Yun can only take out the Lion King cannon and carefully observe the situation inside the branches and leaves. After careful observation, he finally saw the divine fruit on the divine tree. So small, Qin Yun saw the divine fruit. It is inside a tree hole on the divine tree. This tree hole is as tall as a person. There is actually a small golden tree growing inside. The divine fruit on the small tree looks like a bunch of golden, glowing grapes. Xiao Yun, this divine tree grows a lot of divine fruits. Ling Yin'er said with smile, "No matter what, you have to get one." Qin Yun can see that there are many people climbing the divine tree. Since they can't fly, they can only slowly climb up. Some people thought themselves clever and thought that they can jump up. However, when they jumped more than 100 meters high, they were pressed down by a very strong power. Their bodies exploded from the pressure and turned into blood mist that pervaded the air. It caused everyone to feel cold all over their body. As expected of a divine tree, it is truly terrifying. Qin Yun is extremely apprehensive. Even if ascendant immortals can't fly, it is still very easy for them to climb up a few thousand meters tall tree trunk. However, when many ascendant immortals climbed up to 1,000 meters high, they suddenly fell down. Through the Lion King Canon and Extinction Spirit Eye, Qin Yun discovered that there is a very hot energy inside the divine tree. The energy inside the divine tree is like the energy of the sun. From time to time, the surface of a tree's bark will flash with golden red light. It is also the time when the bark is the hottest. The people who climbed up first were burned into charcoal and fell down. Then they fell down and turned into black slag. This immortal Xian great desert was formed by the fall of a huge sun divine stone. The divine tree that grew out of it must be extraordinary. It will not be easy to obtain the divine fruits on it. Qin Yun observed while thinking of a way to climb to the top of the tree. Suddenly, he saw Yu Zuoquan's figure. Yu Zuoquan is wearing a set of golden armor. It is the same armor he wore when he fought against Xiao Yuelon. It was not damaged even after enduring several of Xiao Yuelon's saber attacks. Yu Zuoquan climbed more than 1,000 meters high in a short while. Moreover, several scorching air waves rushed out from the tree, but none of them managed to knock him down. "Ha! The divine fruits are mine!" Yu Zuoquan very excitedly shouted and continued to climb up. However, when he reached 1,500 meters, many black tree vines suddenly rushed out from under the tree's bark. They very nimbly and quickly wrapped around Yu Zuoquan. Yu Zuoquan's golden armor fiercely shook and burst out with all kinds of energy blades that cut down the tree vines. Boom! Yu Zuoquan fell down from above. When everyone saw Yu Zuoquan fall down, they all heaved a sigh of relief. If Yu Zuoquan obtained the divine fruits alone, everyone would die of jealousy. Qin Yun also saw Xiao Yuelon. She is more than 100 meters away from the tree trunk. She raised her head and looked at the top of the tree. She did not go up. She also knows that it will not be easy to reach the top of the tree. With so many people watching, if I openly go over, I will definitely be discovered. Qin Yun planned to wait until after resting, then go over stealthily to see if he can climb to the top of the divine tree. Qin Yun took out the magic mirror and used the Lion King cannon to take a picture of the bunch of golden grapes. Then he sent it to the little black donkey. "Great God, little black, I urgently request for help. I encountered the divine tree's divine fruit. How can I pluck it?" Qin Yun decided to ask the little black donkey first to see if it has any tricks. F***, if I knew earlier, I wouldn't have gone looking for the ghost sun suppressing divine arrow. I missed out on so many delicious things. The little black donkey's frantic voice sounded. That bunch of grapes must be very delicious. I like sour and sweet things the most. Little mortal, you must pluck it. I also want to, but there's a large group of powerful, exalted immortals in front of us. I'm only a 6th layer immortal. How can I beat them? Do you have any ideas? Qin Yun sighed. If only I was here. The little black donkey cried out a few times. You must pluck that bunch of grapes, at least a few of them. I want to eat them. I want to eat them. Qin Yun is very speechless. Stop shouting. Give me some ideas. Soon after, he told the little black donkey about the divine tree. The little black donkey is very happy after listening. Little mortal, you have the 9-sun divine spirit. It should be very easy for you to go up. The 9-sun divine spirit can absorb all the energy of the sun. If you use it properly, you can absorb all the energy that burst out from inside the divine tree into the 9-sun divine spirit. Really? Don't lie to me. You will kill me. Qin Yun is secretly excited. If it really works, that bunch of grapes will definitely belong to him. I'm really not lying to you. All right, I will be honest with you. Inside the 9 pearls of the 9-sun divine spirit, there is a sun space. The sun space will gradually become bigger along with you. If you have enough strength, you will be able to store many sun divine stones inside the sun space. The little black donkey lightly groaned and said, "You idiot, you have controlled the nine-sun divine spirit for so long. Do you still not know how powerful it is? If you scold me again, I won't give you any grapes." Qin Yin said in a very bad mood. "Big brother, I know I was wrong. You must give me some grapes. I want to eat them." The little black donkey begged, "I want to eat them. I will get them. You must also fulfill your promise and give me some benefits. Otherwise, don't even think about eating Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain's divine fruits." Qin Yin threatened, then cut off the connection and focused on resting. Qin Yin did not take out the star-traveling pagoda because he is worried that it would attract the attention of those people. He is sitting on a blanket and absorbing the sun divine power aura through the nine-sun divine spirit. Suddenly, he heard a very weak sound. Danger is suddenly approaching. Qin Yin instinctively jumped forward. At the same time, he turned his head and saw a black sharp hook stabbing towards him. It is the stinger of a huge scorpion. Moreover, it is bringing along a very strong stench of poison gas. Now he also noticed that undercurrents are surging all around. There are many immortal beasts hiding under the sand and gradually approaching the divine tree. Chapter 1297. Chapter 1297. 10,000 beasts fighting for fruit. Qin Yin dodged the scorpion's attack and promptly jumped forward. The scorpion's body is more than 10 meters long. Its whole body is shining with black light. It has a pair of large pincers steaming with black gas. It is quickly crawling on the sand and chasing after Qin Yin. Suddenly, a burst of beast aura appeared near the divine tree. After Qin Yin looked over, he saw a large group of scorpions rushing towards the divine tree. All the people near the divine tree have been surrounded. Apart from this, there are also many large centipedes, lizards, spiders, and large snakes rushing towards the divine tree. Then there are all kinds of large and ferocious jackals, wolves, tigers, and leopards rushing over from the distance. This is a group of beasts, and these beasts must have a leader. The leader has not appeared. It is clear that he wants these lowly soldiers to throw away their lives. Xiao Yuan sent a message to Qin Yin, telling him to quickly leave. Qin Yin is also distancing himself from the divine tree because he's being chased by a large black scorpion. "Wretched bastard, your brothers are rushing towards the divine tree. Why are you chasing me?" Qin Yin cursed in his heart and began madly running. Originally, he wanted to take out Star-Traveling Pagoda, but he is worried that it would attract all kinds of beasts to surround him. At that time, he can only hide inside Star-Traveling Pagoda. Xiao Yun, the beasts in Immortal Xin Great Desert, are originally very ordinary, but after absorbing divine power, they evolved and became very powerful. Ling Yuner said, "Moreover, these beasts evolved inside Immortal Xin Great Desert. They are very familiar with the environment here. That is why they can hide so well." Qin Yin saw that these immortal beasts were evolved from ordinary beasts. Their strength is not very strong. Otherwise, he would have been injured just now. "Bastard, don't chase me. I don't want to fight you." Qin Yin cursed the large black scorpion. He has just rested. If he fights again, he will have to waste a lot of energy. He thought that by leaving the divine tree, he would be able to throw off the large black scorpion. But the large black scorpion is sick. It is relentlessly chasing him and not letting him go. "Fuck your grandpa." Qin Yin took out the ninth heaven mysterious king saber, then suddenly turned around and released super gravity towards the large black scorpion. Boom! The super gravity caused the black scorpion to sink into the sand. Qin Yin leaped over and brandished the ninth heaven mysterious king saber, slashing at the large black scorpion's flailing tail hook. Saber chi surged and immortal power roared. His aura was as though he was cutting through a river. Clang! The nine heaven mysterious king's saber struck the tail hook, but it did not break it. As for Qin Yin, he was sent flying by the rebounding force. Hua! The large black scorpion that had been pressed into the sand suddenly leaped out, bringing with it a gust of sand. As it pounced at Qin Yin, its long stinger nimbly stabbed forward. Qin Yin released supergravity once again to suppress the large black scorpion. Then he took out the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron. The heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron surged with black chi and waves of lion roars. When it came crashing down, it seemed to carry the power of 9 lions. The ferocious black power at the foot of the cauldron seemed to come from the ancient heavenly lion's power to fight dragons. Boom! Roar! The heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron smashed down, ruthlessly striking the big black scorpion's back. The big black scorpion let out a strange cry as its back split open. Black poisonous blood spurted out. This big black scorpion is only a small fry in the beast horde. Its strength is relatively ordinary, but the armor on its body is very hard. Qin Yin does not plan to waste his strength, because now is the crucial moment to fight for the divine fruit. He wants to conserve his strength. Bang! He controlled the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron and smashed it on the big black scorpion's back once again. Seeing a crack appear on the big black scorpion's back, Qin Yin took out a cannon arrow and threw it at the crack on its back. He promptly took back the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron and jumped backwards. Boom! The cannon arrow stuck in the big black scorpion's back suddenly exploded, blasting the big black scorpion into several pieces. This damn thing is wasting my time. Qin Yin looked at the divine tree in the distance. Tens of thousands of beasts are fighting around the divine tree. Evil aura soared to the sky, accompanied by surging beast roars, shaking the sky in all directions. All kinds of poisonous insects and beasts densely covered the sand around the divine tree. Many of them have already suffered heavy casualties. What made Qin Yin astonished is that the divine tree is actually absorbing the corpses of the dead beasts and absorbing nutrients from them. Facing this kind of tide like beast horde, humans simply do not dare to approach. Several hundred meters below the tree trunk, there are many giant centipedes and spiders crawling. It makes people's scalp tingle. Some giant tigers and giant wolves that arrive in the rear are madly spewing fire. They're tearing those poisonous insects to shreds. The giant tigers and giant wolves that rushed in are spewing very high flames. Hundreds of flame-spewing beasts are spraying the tree trunk, burning the giant poisonous spiders and poisonous centipedes crawling on the tree trunk. A large number of poisonous insects have been burnt to a crisp. Their bodies are releasing thick black smoke that drifted to the surroundings along with the poisonous gas. Truly tragic. Qin Yin watched from the distance. A feeling of powerlessness welled up in his heart. Because those beast horde are too terrifying, let alone him, even those 9th-stage ascendant immortals do not dare to approach. And those charging beasts are just small fries sent to their deaths to scout the way. The more powerful leaders and generals have yet to appear. If not for the divine fruit on the divine tree, Qin Yin would not have known that there are so many immortal beasts hidden inside the immortal Xian desert. Even if an ascendant immortal came in alone, he might not be able to return alive. Although there are only about 1,000 humans, their overall strength is very strong. Those beasts also did not charge at the humans, otherwise they would just be sending themselves to their deaths. Originally, it was already very difficult to climb to the top of the divine tree. Now that a large group of powerful immortal beasts have appeared to snatch it, it is even more difficult. Ha ha! The divine fruit is this king's. A voice shook the ground. A huge black scorpion crawled out of the sand. Its upper body was that of a human, and its arms were a pair of large black pincers. Its tail and lower body were both scorpions, and its tail was even more terrifying. It looked like a claw and had several sharp hooks. This is the black scorpion leader. Its body length is 20 to 30 meters. As soon as the black scorpion leader appeared, its tail hook grabbed a huge tiger. The 10-meter-long tiger is like a puppy in front of the claw-like tail hook. It was lifted up by the black scorpion leader's tail hook. Roar! The tiger let out a furious roar and was crushed by the poisonous tail hook. Black scorpion, don't be arrogant. A deep roar came out. In the distance, a huge yellow tiger drilled out from the sand. Its body was nearly 30 meters long, like a small hill. Boom, boom, boom. The yellow tiger leader ran on the desert, producing a series of dull footsteps. Upon closer inspection, one could tell that the yellow tiger leader's four limbs had condensed of very strong power. When it ran, it burst out, producing waves of berserk chi. Roar! The yellow tiger leader rushed over and slapped the tail hook with its claws. It spat out a fierce flame that was like a thick pillar of fire. It charged at the black scorpion leader's face and burned his elegant long hair. The black scorpion leader was burned bald. With a furious roar, a pair of huge pincers clamped down on the tiger's skin. The yellow tiger leader shouted angrily, its entire body surging with flames. In the distance, a giant black snake had appeared, and it was currently fighting a large purple spider. A giant centipede was fighting with a bird beast that looked like an ostrich. In just a short while, the leaders of the various beast groups came out. None of them gave way, and the battle was in full swing. Qin Yun used Extinction Spirit Eye and saw that after the beasts died, their energy was absorbed by the Divine Tree. The Divine Tree is the biggest winner. Xiao Yuelan sent a message to Qin Yun. "Are you safe?" "I'm safe. You must be careful," Qin Yun replied. Feeling Xiao Yuelan's concern, his heart felt warm. "Are you still nearby? Do you want me to accompany you?" Xiao Yuelan sent another message. Qin Yun wanted Xiao Yuelan to come over, but he felt that it would be safer for her to stay with Xianyuan Wanxi and the others. After all, there are many 9th stage immortals over there. "No need. I'm very safe. I can protect myself," Qin Yun replied. Suddenly, a heaven-shaking roar echoed. Everyone looked all around. Their hearts are filled with fear. The aura that accompanied the roar caused everyone to feel apprehensive. Even the leaders of the beasts who had been fighting each other had stopped. Not far away, a 2-meter-tall golden bear walked over slowly on its hind legs. The golden bear's fur flickered with golden light, as if it just came out from the sun. Its entire body is emitting a scorching aura. The golden bear's eyes are like two small suns. Being stared at by it, one can feel their body burning hot, as if they are about to be burned to death. Qin Yun is horrified, he thought. This must be an inscription beast. The golden bear slowly walked towards the divine tree. Its feet are burning with golden flame. Along the way, it created a path of burning golden flame. After those beast corpses touched the golden flame, they were instantly burned to ashes. "What are you? Don't even think of approaching the divine tree," the black scorpion leader furiously shouted. "Die!" The golden bear's eyes shot out 2 golden light beams and hit the black scorpion leader. "Ah!" The black scorpion leader screamed miserably. Its body ignited with golden flame. The golden bear continued walking forward, but suddenly it was blocked by a huge black wolf. The black wolf is more than 20 meters long, and the golden bear is only 2 meters tall. In front of the black wolf, it looks very small. However, the golden bear vigorously stamped its feet and produced a burst of golden flame wave. The flame wave spread out in all directions like a ripple. The black wolf blocking the path was hit by the golden flame wave and immediately howled. It wanted to run, but its body was enveloped by the flame wave and burned with golden flame. "Die!" The golden bear roared and slapped with its paw. A bear paw imprint descended from the sky above the black wolf. Rumble. The bear paw imprint is like a small mountain pressing down, igniting golden flame and burning the black wolf to ashes. Not only the beast leaders, even the powerful 9th firmament immortals on the human side are scared out of their wits. The 2 leaders of the beast horde were easily killed by the golden bear that had appeared out of nowhere. One must know that beast leaders are existences equivalent to 9th firmament immortals. The golden bear can easily kill beast leaders. It can also easily kill 9th firmament immortals. The beast horde calmed down and distanced themselves from the golden bear. The leaders of the group of beasts were all extremely afraid of this golden bear, especially the golden flames, which carried a dense amount of sun god power, giving off an indescribable sense of deterrence. The golden bear slowly walked to the bottom of the divine tree and looked up at the top. Everyone knows that the golden bear came for the divine fruit, but climbing up is not easy. You're tuning into the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.